Well, it's a little different.
Gee, that's about the same song.
It's a little different.
Is he trying to get
It was updated.
another spin by saying that was different?
Well, you know.
A couple of words changed doesn't make the whole song different.
That's like a... Why are the mics all weird today?
I'm feeding back or something.
Oh, man. Today's not the day to have any technical problems whatsoever.
Oh.
You hear that, though?
Yeah. It's on the verge of feedback. It's my mic. I'll hit mine, too.
What is it? Oh, it's
what?
It's because Patrice doesn't have his headphones on.
Oh, is that what it was?
All right.
Feeding back. All right.
Everyone came running in a panic, and they turned down your headphones.
Sort of freaking out.
Motherfuckers really will throw a motherfucker under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
It really was you, though, bro.
Could have not said that. You could have said it was E-Rock. That's the thing.
That's what everybody does here. It's the finger of blame.
Points. Yeah, how long have you been doing the show with us? You haven't figured that out yet?
Even if something might be good, people aren't willing to take the chance that it might be good. So whenever somebody comes up with something, it's like, oh, a bit was brought in. I think Than found this. And then Than will be like, no, actually, E-Rock originally brought it in. Well, Steve did that. Because they're so petrified that we're going to play and go, this is so bad.
After you berate poor Kunta Kinte yesterday, this poor kid is shaking in his dumb shoes.
You gotta keep him. You gotta keep him.
Beat him like a dirty slave.
You gotta keep him scared.
I couldn't see him, but the kid was really just standing there shaking. He was literally shaking.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Keep them petrified.
How much do we pay you? Nothing. Like you should never say that with like less pride than nothing, motherfucker. That's why you shouldn't be yelling at me, nigga.
Yell at them and they will fear you.
So,
Master Commander,
we're here. It's the only virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio.
Mm-hmm.
That was the updated version of the song. It's from Rich Voss's friend, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't believe it already.
And I think he's working on a third version when David Lee Roth walks down the sidewalk today.
Yeah, and it's the same song with 3 words changed.
Right, exactly.
Come on, dude. If you're going to do a new version of it, I want a completely new song.
It's perfect, though, because it's like a one-hit wonder band.
Yeah.
You know, you get the one-hit wonder, and then they try the follow-up hit.
And it just sounds exactly like it.
Yeah, it's just slightly different.
A little sideways.
It's just twisted a little bit. So... where do we begin?
How about with this? The blue folder.
The blue folder that you're showing to Pal Talk?
I had to bring it in. All I know is last night I get a call from Opie. It's about 9 o'clock or so. Tops. Now things are going on. Mm-hmm. I think it's easy to assume things are going on. Business ventures. Things that include us, Super Agent Bob Eatman is involved.
Lots of lawyers.
Yeah, lots of lawyers. So I'm on the phone. I got my cell phone. I'm on the computer and my regular home phone. And what's the matter, Derek? Is there a problem that I should be concerned with?
It's his headphones. See, Derek jumped out of his seat.
Patrice's headphones again?
Yeah.
Like, if they're not on, it fucks it up?
If they're not on your head, the volume has to be all the way off, or else it feeds back through your microphone.
Well, you could just, unplug it until you need the headphones. That's all.
Yeah, that's true, too. You can just unplug it.
All right, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
It's called feedback. That's all right. So yeah, I'm on the phone with all kinds of people. And then at about 9 o'clock, I get a call from Opie. Now, we're expecting things like faxes.
Can you set this up better for the maybe the newer listeners? I used to be the responsible one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I was definitely going to get to that.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, Opie was the one that pretty much TCB. You were the TCB guy, taking care of business. Before we got Super Agent Bob Eatman, it was Opie. Doing all the negotiating and talking with management and everything.
I was a hell of a negotiator.
Hell of a negotiator.
I got you $28,000 in your.
When I got that $28,000, no, not a $28,000 raise. I got $28,000 a year.
I got you a $28,000 contract.
Thank you.
And I got myself 40 at the time.
And we would sit across. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. We would sit across from Shbooby. from Brucey Mittman. And he would write a figure. This would happen like every year or so when we would renegotiate, because we didn't have an agent. So he'd write a figure on a piece of paper at this Chinese buffet that he would take us to. And like he must have seen it in a movie. He'd slide it across the table upside down.
You're missing something, though. He would berate us, though, for an hour first.
Yeah. First, there was the yelling at us and why our show
Patrice,
sucks, why
yelling
it can
at
be
us
better,
at a Chinese buffet.
what we did wrong,
And
how we almost got fired.
And it was supposed to be our big afternoon out. We're going out with the boss. He's going to take us to a really nice restaurant, and then he's going to give us a nice raise, right?
Yeah.
Well, it started at a Chinese buffet, and it started with a lot of berating. Like just screaming and yelling how awful we are and how we're this close to being fired, and if we don't get our act together, we're out the door, blah, 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 blah.
It was his knock us down now so he can justify what he's sliding across the table. So he slides the little thing across the table upside down.
With his middle finger?
Yeah. Here are the figures
that I figured out, boys.
And the other fingers are pointing up.
And as it's going, all the other fingers up, middle finger down. And all he would say is, this is all we have in the budget, too, so it's non-negotiable.
This is my final offer.
Final offer.
My first and final offer.
Deal or no deal, boys. So I got the piece of paper, and I flip it open, over, and it's for $2,000.
A $2,000 raise. And at this point, we're like just
I'm making 20. I was making 28. You round it up. It was 27.5.
27.5. That's right.
Yeah. So now I would be making
29.5.
29.5.
The bastard couldn't even round it up to 30.
Round it up to 30.
30
you son
sounds
of a bitch.
so much better than 29.5.
Wait a minute, though. You was happy.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute.
Anthony was finally starting to change.
That's what I'm saying. At what point did you fucking get savvy, Mr. Only $2,000?
This was after a while of listening to Opie.
Now, you got to remember, because, this is the current time, obviously, but back in the day, I kind of taught Anthony the whole radio business.
I was just happy to be there.
There were times
happy to be there.
There were times they would treat us, like shit. I'm like, all right, that's it. We're out of here. But we just started our radio show. But Opie, I don't give a shit. We're out of here. I'll find us another.
But Opie, I bet you could find you another job. I bet I'm back in the attic.
Was there ever a fucking time in you guys' relationship where you almost go where the Ann was gone and no Ann? This fucking where you might have went. Oh my God, dude, I can't do it. Or you go, Anthony.
We know
not even close.
Yeah, we know what we got together. So no,
we butted heads on a few issues, but nothing even big enough to even mention.
So the 29 was you? Did you now? Is this? Are you like on 2000 in hindsight, or did you say 2000 then? Motherfucker.
Here's what the problem is.
Yeah.
When we went there, I'm expecting at least 5. When you expect something, and then you turn over and see like less than half of that, it was like, and just the way he presented it, like it was the whole package, Patrice. A savvy, sharp guy probably could have sold me that $2,000 like it was 10.
Yeah.
But this smarmy Brucey, and believe me,
he didn't even believe in it.
Believe me, I love the guy. He had no confidence.
He had no confidence. That's why he beat us down, thinking that'll help.
Right. He beats us, hoping that's
he still around, this guy?
Oh, yeah, we love him. Don't get us wrong. Now that we don't work for him anymore, he is a pisser. We love going out, hanging out with him whenever we do get the chance.
We have like a love-hate relationship with the guy.
Now that we don't work for him, I love hanging out and, rehashing old stories. The guy was a pisser.
Look, here's the deal. Speaking of Brucey Mittman, is he still around?
Boy.
Now, this is just an email I got that I will not be commenting on, but Bruce Mittman did write to me last night. Subject, welcome back. Wonder what Howard is thinking today. Best of luck. Still want to have dinner. Kill WAF, will ya? All my best, Bruce. Ooh, so he's still in our lives. And he keeps touch.
Boys. Yeah, he slid that thing over. And it was the... we were talking about, like, who's taking care of business. Opie was pretty much, the taking care of business guy back then. NEW, very much in that. You had strong relationships with Ken Stevens. Tim Sabian over at YSP, and I was pretty much Oedipus up at BCN, right? And I was pretty much, hey, can someone get me a Sam Adams?
Someone get me a goddamn beer.
I'm just hanging out, doing the show, time of my life, enjoying myself. We get the boot, and things just happened, and kind of when we came back here now to XM, there was not a role reversal, but just things have changed. Opie has calmed down a bit.
There's been a shift.
There's been a shift.
You
know when there's a lane closure, it's bad, but then there's a lane shift. People still slow down, but it's still the same. But
we're still going down the highway.
There's been a shift. And I all of a sudden have inherited certain responsibilities that I never really had. I still don't like dealing with management, although I have to. I don't like doing any of the talking.
I'm still right in there, though.
Yeah,
I really am.
You're in there.
But
But you're more of a laid back. I'm the second a bill comes in, I pay that fucking thing immediately. I don't care what the due date is on it or anything. That's me. I do it all myself. Ope is still bills and manila envelopes, sending them off to Daddy Bob because I don't know what the hell is going on. Things are always getting confused. I hear from, we share a financial guy, and he doesn't tell me any intimate details about that, but he goes, could you tell your partner to maybe give me a call? Because we have to talk about, insurance and things like that.
He used to say that about you,
I know.
See, that's what I mean. It's slowly shifted.
And I almost made him puke the other day. Where he's over my house, and he goes, I couldn't believe when you called my secretary to confirm this appointment. I called up his office to confirm that.
You know how bad it's gotten? I have the last 3 paychecks that Bob sends.
Yeah.
That we're supposed to put in the bank.
Right.
Just laying in my
apartment. You know what kind of interest you're losing?
I know.
Did you have a money manager account yet? Or are you still putting all your money in a checking account?
No, I got a few accounts, but it's kind of like
you don't have direct deposit though with that?
Nah. It's kind of like Chevy Chase and Caddyshack. I just got checks
keep it.
Now. Keep it.
This is a check for $50,000. Keep it.
I don't know. My priorities have changed in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
so.
you're a lot more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's good. That's a good thing. The bad thing is, I have to deal with certain things.
That's right.
But it's okay. And last night, 9 o'clock, Opie calls.
All hell is breaking loose once again.
Yeah.
Phone calls. I'm talking to people I never thought I would talk to in my life.
Right.
Lawyers are calling.
You guys
Agents are
negotiated
calling.
this deal?
Huh?
You guys did this deal?
What deal?
There ain't no deal.
The XM deal from 2 years ago.
Super Agent Bob Eatman.
No, Bob's been in our life for over 10 years
Since
now.
we got the boot from AAF. Bob
okay.
Eatman has
Not over 10 years, right.
Been the guy.
About 7, 8
Pretty
years.
close. So, yeah, he's been the guy that does all this stuff. So I'm on the phone with Bob. And I get a call from Opie, though, before all this at about 9 o'clock. And we're talking about, things that are going on. And apparently we're supposed to get some things faxed to us. Now, Opie, in his infinite wisdom, has decided against the fax machine. Do you know printer faxes and everything they're so cheap now and so easy to plug into your computer, USB, boom, you're in, you load up the software, you now have a printer, a scanner, a fax machine. Go to CompUSA today and please just get
my
one.
brother gave me a printer and fax machine.
So you have one?
It's in a box.
It's in a box, of course.
It's in a box, and it's been in my living room for 2 to 3 weeks, and that's where my paychecks are sitting on.
So you gotta open it and hook it up because
I don't want people to think I live like a slob. It's not that.
No, slob. There's nothing to throw around to look slovenly.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not a slob. It's just these, things I should be taking care of. I just get to eventually.
You live like a guy on the lam.
I'm starting to live.
Is what you do. You're just you're in an empty room. Minimalist. It's like one of those boiler room scenarios. A phone and a computer, and you're scamming people out of their credit card numbers.
I kind of always wanted to be a hippie, I think.
Is that it?
So I decided this.
You're a minimalist.
Well,
you're nothing a list.
But my brother got some kind of printer and had a problem with the company, and they sent him another one, and they wanted the one they sent him back, and he says, fuck them, take that one. So I got one now.
All right, well, hook it up.
But anyway.
9 o'clock, I'm Bob is on the phone with me, and apparently right then and there, things had to be done. He goes, all right, I'm emailing you some paperwork, print it out, sign a few things, and then fax it to this number. Like, okay, that's easy enough. He goes, where's your partner? Oh, he's asleep, and he's shut off his phone. Because that's the last I heard from Opie at 9. Now, 9:30, Bob calls me, and I have to tell him that Opie is home, asleep, with his phone off. Unreachable. Unreachable. I got lawyers on one phone, Bob on the other, no Opie. Goes there any way to wake him up? I go, I don't know. You might be able to call Ben. He can knock on his door.
No. I have different, my responsibilities have changed.
Yeah.
They called at 5 and said, look, you're going to be around for the, near a fax
couple
machine
hours,
or a printer or whatever in the next couple hours. I waited till 9, and I was tired. We had a long day. We had to have top secret meetings in the middle of nowhere, and all sorts of weird things were going on yesterday.
Well, this certainly wasn't the scenario I had in my head. Was walking downstairs into my little office in my underwear, scratching because I was in bed, flipping the light on, printing out a bunch of papers, and signing things like with sleepies in my eyes, in my undies. That's the big thing.
Yeah,
Not getting isn't it supposed to be some kind of gold pen?
I want to be like an athlete, how the athletes do it.
Yeah.
I want to be wearing the uniform.
Yeah, what the hell? Bob on one phone.
Instead, I'm getting yelled at.
Scratching my balls, signing papers, waiting. Opie's asleep. Opie's asleep. Jesus H. Christ. So then I get this from Bob.
I just want to stress that once again.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the biggest day in our radio careers.
One of them, at least.
And I'm asleep.
And you're asleep at the wheel.
And that's my new thing, too. When it's time to sleep, it's sleep time.
You go to sleep, turn off the phone.
I used to keep my phone on. People would wake me up in the middle of the night because this business had to be taken care of or this had to be taken care of. Not anymore.
No.
When it's sleep time, turn off all the phones.
It's sleep time.
It's sleep time, yes.
So I'm doing it. And then now Bob and some of the lawyers are getting to know the dynamic here now. They're seeing the lane shift. Because Bob then tells me, Anthony, could you also, I'll email you Opie's stuff. And could you print all of it out and bring it into him tomorrow morning? So now, instead of having to get Opie to go to a Kinko's or something to get his faxes, I'm there printing out 8 million pages. I had to reload my fax machine with paper at 11 o'clock at night.
Now you know what I had to deal with for years.
You never did that at 11 o'clock at night. You were more the inter-office guy. Once you got home, you took a lot of phone calls and stuff.
Right.
But 11 o'clock at night, I'm loading up paper.
And that's why I had to turn off the phones, because I need my sleep or I can't do this radio show.
And you knew you would have had to go to Kinko's.
Yesterday was a crazy day.
Or down to the store. Actually, you would have had to, here was Opie's plan. You were going to come from your apartment to here.
Yeah.
To the XM studios to get a fax.
And when you told me it was like 50 pages or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have been livid. Even though it's supposed to be a great day, I would have been livid. And you were pretty livid this morning, by the way.
Oh, well, that's because I then
you almost threw the fax machine across the room.
Well, first of all, I had to deal with you on the couch. I'm handing him papers. Sign this here. Line 3, right there. No, you sign it, then you print your name. Date it, the 21st. Okay, give me back. Now, both of us, sign this.
But I didn't sign right away. I'm like...
No, and then he disappears. I go, where is he? He disappears.
I had to get my smoothie.
Then I get your smoothie, comes back.
Because Dr. Ian Smith says I need more protein in the morning.
I'm very happy about that, too.
And I would
sign the goddamn paper.
And I would have more energy if I just had a little more protein in the morning. He knows my protein was way down. Because I had to write a journal about everything I eat. And then there was an analysis made.
A journal?
At a Starbucks a couple days ago.
That's wonderful.
Dr. Ian Smith is my personal nutritionist,
rocks,
and I don't know,
health guru.
Health guru, right?
That's pretty cool.
Matter of fact,
good guy to have on your side.
He's suggesting mid-show meditation.
I'm gonna have to say no on the mid-show meditation.
And I'll be wearing robes in the very near future. And don't get too shocked when I come in completely bald.
Robes? Oh,
no, not those type of robes.
I gotcha.
So yeah, but I walk in at I don't know. I was a little late this morning too, which wasn't the best thing. And all of a sudden you're just yelling at me.
Sign this.
You're in a major panic, and I'm like, how funny would it be if I just decide not to sign this and just walk away?
You have to.
And you're like, what are you doing?
I'd have just forged it and sent them. It doesn't matter at this point. It really doesn't.
Just find another redhead.
Just whatever it takes. Sign the goddamn paper.
Hose down the seat, get another redhead in here, and just call him Opie.
So Anthony said either your signature or your brains will be on this contract. So I get the signatures from Opie, and now comes fax time. The big, huge fax machine here at XM. I get the number that I'm supposed to fax it to from one of the lawyers, and I dial it up, and I fax it, and you hear the little faint from the fax machine, and then you hear... Hello, you've reached... please leave a message after the beep. That's when you know, when your fax machine talks, something's wrong. When you hear words coming out, you're supposed to hear like, beep, beep, beep. You know, it goes into fax mode. It's talking, so I'm like, she gave me the wrong number. So I had to get Ben on it to get the right number. Let me call her up. Psycho Mark would have been able to get the number.
In between doing Psycho Mark impressions, he's helping you out.
Psycho Mark, Master Poe impressions. He's fucking Rich Little back there. Has to get me a very important phone number.
Gentlemen, I saw you on TV last night. Pretty impressive, gentlemen.
If Master Poe was faxing something, it might look something like this.
I didn't realize this was so big that you would be on TV, gentlemen. Gentlemen. You're also in every single paper in America today.
Opie, I hear you're going back to BAB.
That's got to be pretty big, huh? Got to be pretty big, huh? Gentlemen.
Are you
so I get the
staying here in this particular area?
Well, where would we go? We work for XM Satellite Radio.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
No.
I'm talking about...
Just saying, because sometimes it's pudding and shit around this thing, so I'm saying...
about paperwork.
There's a lot of pudding and stuff here. I'm saying, will you be going to another place just because it's cleaner?
Why would
we? What if this whole thing is our latest prank? Huh?
What?
This whole thing.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm just talking about pudding on the ceiling from Twitchell's.
What if it's our latest prank?
What if we got everyone in a tizzy?
We're always off on April Fools. Why can't we just push it a little further?
I'll tell you how amazing you motherfuckers would be if it was.
The greatest prank ever.
There'd be 6 or 7 other motherfuckers going, we all got you.
It could be a prank. Let's just see how far we take it.
All right. So anyway, yeah, hurry up with the fax thing, I guess.
No, it's pretty much done. I got the fax number finally. It just took so long. Everything takes so goddamn long that everything. And then I'm walking back to the studio, and I look where you usually sit, and you leave this very important 38-page document laying on the couch in the office, face up. Yes, I took it, and it's in the folder now.
Do you read those contracts?
I read everything.
Anthony is...
I read every
Hold
word.
on, Patrice. This is what I can tell you about Anthony. From the beginning, I always relied on him to read through all this stuff. Because this is not that is not my strength whatsoever.
Now Bob is
mumbo jumbo lawyer
Super Agent
shit.
Bob Eatman is the guy. He
he draws them up.
But he helps draw them up.
But every time
there are other people involved that draw them up, and then they go back and forth.
Yeah, there's a little inside stuff. Every time there's a really important document or contract that we have to sign, I'll call Ant and go, so what's in there? Anything that I have to worry about? He goes, nah. And I just sign. I trust them that much.
Thereof, thereforth, thereof, thereof, through the thereof, though forth.
Lawyers have
and
twisted
forth.
simple shit into into careers. I guess they had to figure out, I'm a lawyer. What do we do to make money? We got to make shit so complicated that the normal Joe can't understand it, and then they'll have to hire us. So we'll throw in like fucking Latin. We'll make shit in Latin, and we won't change it to English.
I still be fucked up sometimes when I'm signing shit and it says, it's by 2 lines. When I go, what am I supposed to, am I it?
By.
So by is what? By is the motherfucker. I'm the dude.
Who is it?
I'm me too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you have a corporation, you're like, all of it. So I'm like, oh, wait, I'm the loaner. Okay, I'm loaning me out.
Yeah.
To the lendee.
You. But I'm the motherfucker. What?
Yeah.
All right, Patrice.
So can you just put my name in there so I know?
Can you just file my documents?
No, you will be taking that home with you. I will take mine home with me.
All right.
And the other one, some documents.
We'll make copies of.
Let me see what you guys making. Slide that shit over. Motherfuckers, I get up at 9:30 in the fucking yesterday morning to get here on time. Let me see some of these fucking paperwork. Only paper I got is your fucking interns telling me it's Friday. Today's fucking tapes is gonna be on, you fucking millionaires. 2 millionaires. You can't get a better picture than this shit in the back of the fucking.
Oh, is that awful?
What the fuck? Was you electrocuted this morning?
That I know.
Where's your hat,
I really
nigga?
needed a haircut that day.
Dude, this motherfucker look like mattress stuffing.
We finally get a little press, and they literally
hate us.
Found the worst possible pictures.
Awful. They always put in really bad shots.
And fucking Opie and David Lee Roth look the same. It's like, can we mess your hair up exactly so you look like David Lee Roth? And Anthony never looks like you look like you really are. This picture behind you is your stilo. That's you guys think, because this smiling shit.
That don't work.
It just ain't.
I know.
The smiles of happy old men.
Hi, motherfuckers.
Now, you know where this picture was taken? You're looking at the New York Post.
Oh, gel and
Radio
everything.
Days.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony's return leaves Roth speechless, but has Howard buzzing. This was a top-secret meeting we did with John Minnelli before we signed with XM Satellite Radio down in the Village.
Is that where that picture's from?
Yeah, absolutely.
So a couple of years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago, and we were actually during this meeting, because he wanted an update on what we were doing. During this meeting, our phone rang from Super Agent Bob Eatman to tell us that we were going to XM.
Yep.
And then we had to go back to the table and go, well, so, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we're not sure.
Anthony, your hair looks like 5 different ethnic groups. You have an afro, a mullet, Chinese bowl cut. What the fuck?
It's just a wreck.
Both of you motherfuckers, you and your folded, leaning to the camera. You motherfuckers are so uncomfortable. It's not even funny.
I want to see some pictures of you, motherfucker. I know there's some of you.
You might, if you know what'll be worth money one day if I ever get famous is a picture of me smiling in the picture.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. It's just, it looks like how painful you two motherfuckers look.
You always put on a happy face. You got it for the paper.
I never seen you without a hat before. And
I was just getting out of my anorexic stage. I'm not even kidding, man.
Oh, shit.
That is the worst picture ever.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the picture in the Daily News is much better.
I think the picture in the Daily News is the best.
Yeah, that's
the best one
that's
this
a
morning.
Great one.
Here, go to the Daily News there and go to page 127 in the back.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Because this is such a big story, it deserves to be on page 127. No respect ever.
That's a good picture.
That's a perfect picture. What's wrong with that picture?
Yeah. What's wrong with that picture?
There's no and in this motherfucker.
Hello.
It's why have a picture of the pervy pal?
Yeah.
Is there a reason to have a pervy pal
There's
in there?
something going on with the New York Daily News and Anthony, because in recent months, they have just decided to have a picture of me and not Anthony.
You know, there was an issue where it was
in
just
the ranks,
me.
baby. They trying.
There was a picture, though, an article, though, where it was just my picture.
Divide and conquer.
They won't put both of us in.
Yeah, that's the other thing, because they don't have room.
It would be better if you was going to do that. If you was going to be the news and go, listen, let's get them to be like, let's see if they test their egos.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
let's just put one in, see if they start going at each other.
Really? No.
It would be more.
Never.
I know. Stop always blowing off the fucking dissension thing. We know you love each other, motherfuckers.
No, Patrice.
So we just testing the.
Actually, we just make fun of each other when this happens.
We count them. We count up how many pictures
the
of
New
me,
York
how
Daily
many of
News.
him.
Oh, we count the quotes.
Quotes. He got met. See, it's Opie's picture, but I got credit for one of the quotes.
He got credit for one of my quotes.
Yeah. In the
From
same
yesterday's
article,
show.
it's just one picture.
From yesterday's show, the Daily News is reporting Anthony Cumia yesterday took a
Jeez,
swipe.
can you get my fucking name right?
Took a swipe at their rival Stern, saying, "I wonder how he'll try to spin this."
And Greg Huggins is the one that said that.
That's right. Greg Huggis said that, not Anthony Cumia.
Cumia. Anthony Cumia. What is it? Cumia.
Hey, come here. Oh, I had to deal with that one growing up. Hey, come here.
So
Come
anyway,
here.
yeah, the pictures are not too flattering
Yeah,
today.
Report. Opie and Anthony in for off. And then it's just Opie.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony in for off.
I plan on doing the show,
Just
and it's going to be wonderful. You see
we
my
don't need
picture
both
here?
These motherfuckers.
Hey, this guy doesn't think we'll put him on the air for some reason. Let's say hi to Seth in Miami. Seth, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, Seth.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Hey, I'm glad that, I'm surprised that you guys put me through because I told them that I was a Stern fan.
There's
And
nothing
normally
wrong
your
with
screen
that.
is
Here's the difference between the two shows. We throw you guys on.
Yeah, but, usually your screeners don't even let you get that far.
No, actually, it's not true. And if you listen to our show, you would know that the Stern fans get on, quite often.
Whenever they call, the screeners just put on. If you're a Stern fan with like a shitty call, they're not going to put you through. If you maybe got something to say, which I hope you do.
Well, I hate to tell you, with or without your sleep, with or without your protein, your fucking show sucks, man. I see you have your black hole there today.
Huh?
Keep going.
Hey, Seth, that was a terrific phone call.
Wait a minute, please don't hang up on him. Seth, continue.
Now, I want to know. I just want to know this: how do you listen to the show?
Well, unfortunately, it felt like I was sitting in a dentist waiting room right now. But I don't have XM. I have Sirius, which is the way to go.
Sir, how do you listen to the Opie and Anthony show? We're on XM.
Yeah, I understand that. No, once in a while I do listen.
No, hold it. How do you? I'm asking you. How do you listen? What XM unit do you listen to?
Well, where I work, they play it on the system inside the office where I am.
They put what type of work do you do? Like, what's the line of work?
Well, I prefer not to say.
You could,
why?
Dude, it's
you know
not
what
like
we do.
It's not like you're telling where you work. Is it the computer industry? Is it food? Is it service? Like
Poor Seth thought he was going to get under our
He's
skin.
about as dumb as I've never heard of.
I'm trying. Hold on, Patrice. Hold on. What type of business is it?
It's a retail business.
A retail business that is playing a show that curses every 2 seconds and talks about cunt and pussy and Seth. I'm really not thinking you're being honest here. You're not familiar with the show. You've listened to Howard Stern bash us. You listen to the fans bash us, but you really don't know. Name one thing you've heard on our program.
Well, yesterday you were talking about fucking 9/11 for 2 hours and Patrice and his stupid black shit.
Okay.
All over the place. I don't know what the fuck was going on with 9/11.
My stupid black shit. God damn it.
I'll agree with you, Seth. It was stupid black shit. I wholeheartedly agree.
You're a fan of
now I like Seth.
Now I agree with Seth because I hate that 9/11 conspiracy shit.
Oh, Steph loves it too. Come on, stop playing, Steph. Don't be. You can be racist, but don't be mean.
Seth, we understand Seth, we understand what you're trying to do, and it's just not working. You should be honest and realize you failed miserably. And, it's a big day for our program, and there's nothing you can say that's going to knock us down.
We're
you
feeling
understand
good.
that, right?
We're feeling good.
Even Anthony and I realize when Howard has a big announcement or something huge happens in his career,
we go, wow, that's pretty big.
And there's not much we can do. We know that.
Do you like Jim Norton?
I put my finger on it yesterday because the differences between the shows, and you can hear it out or you can't. The difference between the shows is basically this: you guys have it scripted out. Patrice doesn't.
Oh my God,
scripted.
You guys have it scripted out. Dude.
All right, hold on.
Seth,
how do you think we have it scripted?
We don't even know. We don't even know what we're going to talk about next. That's the beauty of what we do.
Scripted.
Sometimes we fall flat on our faces because we don't know what we're doing.
Well, that's obvious. Yeah. Oh, now he's saying it's obvious we don't have it scripted. Seth, you're a fucking boob, And you've made no point. You're a boob. You're an ass. Go back to... Listen to Sirius. Listen to Sirius. Go ahead. Go listen to Sirius. Go away. Listen to Howard. Listen to Howard. Listen to Howard.
Look at Seth. He was trying to get under our skin, but it looks like we got under Seth's
let
skin.
Howard know any of his listeners he wants to get in touch with, we'll pass the fucking message on, okay?
Bullshit.
Yes, bullshit, Seth. Any of Howard's listeners, the 90% that didn't follow, will be happy to pass along the fucking message when we're talking to him, asshole.
Hey, Seth.
Bye-bye, Seth. Bye-bye.
Seth, how does it feel to know that the Howard Stern era is officially over?
Is done, my friend.
How does that feel?
How does the revolution feel?
How does it feel, sir?
You know what the revolution is? The revolution is the water swirling down the toilet. That's the fucking Howard revolution, my friend.
Yeah, bullshit.
Any messages he needs to pass on to his fans, let us know. We'll tell him.
Yes, Seth, if the rumors are true, you realize what's going to happen, right? We get to talk to his listeners every morning, but he can't talk to our listeners.
There you go.
Drive him nuts.
All the calls will be like,
bye-bye, Seth.
Bye-bye.
Wait a minute.
Seth.
Yeah,
Seth.
Patrice, yeah.
Why do you hate me? Hate them. Fuck them.
Oh, Patrice is just that black shit.
Yeah, come on, don't hate me.
Patrice ain't the fucking black
It's all
shit.
scripted out.
Patrice doesn't want to hang up because he knows the fucking story.
Wait, that we don't know what to say to you. It's not in the script.
Yeah, wait, someone's writing it down for me. Hold on. Script it out. Hold
Wait a
on.
minute.
Someone's writing something down for me because I can't think on my own.
Do you like Bill Burr and Jimmy Norton?
You like Jimmy?
That fucking sinus motherfucker doesn't even know how to fucking speak.
Wow, looks like
Again,
this
I'm
guy's
liking Seth.
Looks
Now
like
I like
this
him
guy's
again.
a faithful listener to the program.
It's not, I don't think, and just for real, I don't think that he really is a Stern fan. I think he's just. I think he's playing.
I think he's just miserable.
Around. He's just playing around.
He's
just playing around because you can hear, you can hear him.
All right, listen, we're done with Seth.
This is so sad.
You're not done with me.
Oh, it's written down.
And Anthony, wait a minute. Ask him what job gives him this much time to go and curse out a radio show for an hour.
Yeah, where are you
You
standing?
fucking unemployed idiot.
Are you in the supply closet?
Fucking stupid asshole.
My latest script has come in, Anthony.
Yes, Opie. Wait, Seth. Opie's script is in.
My script is in because everything is scripted. Seth from Miami, go screw.
Thank God that was written down.
We might have to get better writers, by the way.
Holy shit!
Who wrote that?
I did. It's our new thing. Go screw.
Go screw.
Go screw.
Go screw. Fan, did you write that? Go screw.
I wrote hi, Opie.
Wow.
I figured I had to jazz up the high Opie
Jesus,
a little
look
bit.
at our 60s detective face right here. What the fuck's going on here?
And he's taking Mustache Day pretty seriously.
Holy shit! We wanted to do Mustache Day, but I had to shave because we may be doing a lot of things.
Jesus, wrestler manager face. Look at this motherfucker.
He's growing the sides up, too. Those are growing in.
Well, I figured that was probably the most ridiculous thing you could possibly
That could be. Wow, that's good, Danny.
I thought it was
good
Mustache
start.
Day.
Good start.
Wait,
You know what, Danny looks like a picture. You look like a picture of a Ming Dynasty leader. Like he
Genghis Khan.
He's like Sun Tzu. We got Sun Tzu.
God, that makes you look more Asian. You're right.
He looks like fucking.
Have you read his book, The Art of Stupidity?
Hey,
Oh my God.
hold still for Pal Talk, man. There you go.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
God, Danny.
And
Now
he's
turn
growing-
this way slightly.
He's growing in the curls on the
There
end,
you go.
which are a
And
little
now
light.
turn the other
but-
way. There you go. For Pal Talk.
right.
The guys have decided to do Mustache Day today. We'll take a digital picture and throw it up on opieandanthony.com.
God damn, that's good.
What'd you hand in?
Me?
More Imus? Oh my God, we got to get to all the Imus audio. We got to get to the Howie audio.
Imus very
we gotta
supportive.
we got to get to the news reports, the articles, the fans. Let's say hi to John in Long Beach. John, what's going on?
Hey there, Jen.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
Hey, Opie, you look like a cougar's wet dream in the post.
Wow.
A cougar's wet dream.
It's like Quentin Tarantino from Pulp Fiction. Dorks. It looks like a couple of dorks.
A couple of dorks.
Yeah, the pictures aren't flattering. Oh well.
All right, punch it out, boys.
All right, thank you. Let's. What do you want to do here? My God, should we take a break? Should we get into the Imus? Imus is all over this today.
Imus. It's funny. Scripted. This show could be the furthest thing ever, anything from being scripted. Oh my God!
It's funny how negative.
Some days we dream to be scripted. It would be a pleasure to be scripted.
Yeah, let's go to Don in New Jersey. Don, what's going on?
Guys, I just want to say it was nice to see you on the news last night without having to hear your mom's box on the radio.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to actually have positive reports.
Yeah.
We actually got a lot of positive reports when we joined XM, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun the next few weeks. All right.
Good to see. Good luck, guys.
All right, Don, thanks. Let's play Imus from yesterday.
Little I-Man. Yeah, always been supportive, Imus.
It's a good place to start.
Coming up in 12 minutes after the hour of the Imus Morning program, article in the paper this morning, one of the papers that my boys Opie and Anthony, who I like a lot, by the way, may be coming back to CBS Radio. Charles, did you know that news?
Son of a gun.
The bombshell, huh?
That is.
So may go back to K-Rock. Whatever they call K-Rock now. What do they call K-Rock?
Damned if I know.
Free FM.
Free FM, yeah.
All right.
Because right now that's about what it's worth.
They'll just sign it over to you.
You mean David Lee Roth is not working out? Why are you kidding? I mean, no.
That's surprising.
Well, I support the Opie and Anthony move, one, and two.
Huge.
CBS fired him about 3 or 4 years ago because of some stunt they did where people were having sex at St. Patrick's, which I would point out probably wasn't the first time, just the first time it was broadcast. But everybody deserves a second chance, and they certainly do.
You bet.
And I may, in fact, be Opie's father. I'm just not. But I don't know. I don't want to make Opie's mom upset, but I don't know where Opie's mom was back. Well, how old is Opie? 41?
Something. Yeah, in that area.
Where was I then?
Could be, man.
Well, she worked. She was working at one of those joints I used to go to when I worked for the railroad. And I don't know. Anyway, well, we don't know anything about this, do we, Charles?
No, nothing at all.
Yeah, so O&A.
Surprise.
Well, that would be Stern's whole slot, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Well, they must like Stern, don't you think? Oh, no, maybe they don't. Oh, darn. By the way, Rob and I are going to sue Opie's brother. We're going to get our T-shirts. We're going to go visit him. This is ridiculous. I want my Opie and Anthony T-shirt. What is this? How hard is it to...
I don't understand it.
I have 500 Mickey Mouse T-shirts, and I can't get my own T-shirt.
I don't know what happened with his T-shirts, by the way. My brother's making.
I thought he got one.
My brother's making brand new T-shirts. You could go to myradiostore.com for the Opie and Anthony T-shirts, but I thought we sent them. And he's saying we never sent the T-shirts over there.
Yeah.
And then he got an XM unit recently, and he's bitching that it wasn't turned on right for him. So there's a panic behind the scenes trying to get Imus's XM radio turned on.
Mm-hmm.
So that was from yesterday, and then this morning, first thing, Imus had this to say.
We couldn't run into...
What?
What?
Can you, at this time, reveal this huge classified top secret that you and Chuck were...
Oh, man, I don't know.
You had this inside information that you weren't going to tell us?
Can we?
You said you would be able to do it this week.
I said I didn't say... Well, it's out now.
Yeah, are you still... Are we still...
Well, no. Opie and Anthony coming back to CBS Radio.
There you go, baby.
Back with us.
Huge.
My boys.
There it is. It's out now.
Yeah.
So that was the privileged inside information you had?
Yes.
That can't be it.
Why?
I mean, that was as well known as Tom and Katie were going to have a baby. That's been known for months.
What are you talking about?
It's in the papers.
It's in the papers today. I mean, you didn't know this 2 or 3 days ago.
I knew it last week.
What?
How could you know it last week? This was in strictest confidence.
It was all over the internet. Everybody knew. This is...
They did?
It's been speculated about for a while.
Oh,
sure.
God.
What really was the news?
Well,
come on. That's it.
That was the news we had.
You kidding me?
You're doing it again. What really is the stuff that you can't say?
you jerk! You didn't know this.
There's no possible way.
You couldn't have. We were.
Everybody. Seriously.
Everybody.
Message boards. On the internet.
I have Francesa type info.
No, this rose way above any Francesa.
No, Francesa had no clue.
Are you kidding me?
We were the only ones who knew this.
Well, you couldn't have been the only ones who knew it.
Well, there were like there was a tiny coterie of people who knew this.
This was the worst kept secret, by the way, on the planet. I mean, it was all over it's all over the newspapers this morning.
Well, I thought we had...
Again, it was last week. This was way before you got the information.
I encouraged the company to do this a couple of years ago.
I remember.
And then been a steady drumbeat. But it's smart. I mean, it's working out great.
You bet.
Because you don't want to be the person to follow Stern. That's just you're not going to win then. So, but these guys are great.
Oh man,
I love these guys.
Absolutely.
I don't like it when they make fun of me, but
I do.
Maybe I do a little bit.
I think you do.
10 minutes after I may be Opie's dad too, by the way.
I know.
I have to check that out. I'm going to do a DNA thing on this kid. Anyway.
Big secret.
Oh, yeah, for like 2 days. Well, we can't say anything yet.
Once again...
Well, I thought it was. I mean, we were assured that it was...
Everybody was talking about it at the radio station.
Well, yeah, but see,
But we knew, sort of.
Well, we've just been made fools of again, that's all.
Well,
this is outrageous.
Somebody's going to pay.
There you go. That's Imus from this morning. A little slow in the delivery. I mean, I'm like... He's just kind of... He's very happy for us.
Very happy.
And I met him at a book signing a few years back, and we've been friends ever since. He's a stand-up guy. He's a really nice guy.
Love the guy, man.
And, he'd try to help us along when we didn't really have much, and he's very happy for us. And then I guess just a little while ago, it's a quick 30 seconds, this just came in. Imus is all over this this wink news this morning.
Please welcome to the program now, Newsweek Magazine, Howard Fineman. Good morning, Howard.
Good morning, Mr. Imus. So you're not going on satellite radio with Bob Dylan?
No, I'm not.
I can't wait to hear Dylan. Of course, I don't get satellite radio, but that ought to be pretty interesting. But didn't everybody know that Opie and Anthony were going back to broadcast radio?
You knew this too?
Even I knew that.
Really?
Yeah, we all knew that. Everybody knew that.
Yeah, but they're coming back to CBS, though. We fired him, Not we. I didn't fire him. I would have never fired him.
There you go. So, the dude from Newsweek. Yeah, and the Bob Dylan thing is starting up on XM. That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan's doing some radio for XM Satellite Radio. All right.
Very good.
We should take a little break. We'll get to the phones next. We'll get to Howard and how he's trying to spin what's going on.
Spin.
It's just hilarious.
How do you spin this in a bad way?
Hilarious.
How do you spin this in a bad way? I read the message boards and stuff, and I pop on, and somebody actually posted, this shows what a failure Opie and Anthony are. And the guy was lambasted by so many people in a row. I got a laugh out of it. It's like, how could you... I can understand you don't like us or something, whatever, but... How do you slam this? Unbelievable.
So we'll get into the Stern audio next. Also, you made a very, very big phone call last night.
I did?
Can you talk about that?
Let me think. I made so many, tell you the truth.
I made none.
You made none.
None. I was obsessed with going to sleep last night.
I'm really trying to think of what phone call you're talking about. Big... I called God. Yeah, well, yes, very close, very close. Yes, very close to that. Yeah, I did. I made a little phone call. I reached out.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about that next as well. What you do is you put them back on DirecTV.
Put them back on.
So for all the pests out there that aren't sure that they're making a difference, you're making a huge difference.
Yeah.
And you should step it up a little bit. 1-800-DirecTV, okay? Right. A lot of questions, Anthony. A lot of questions.
Oh, my God. Everyone is asking things. How will things work? They don't know. I'll put it this way. 99.9% of you are wrong. You don't know how this is going to play out. They're already freaking out, Opie, but they have no clue how it's going to work. Logistics.
There's still things happening behind the scenes, so I guess what we want to say this morning is this. We're just going to have fun with everything today. Today is a day to just have fun.
Right.
Make fun of the stupid pictures of your pals in the newspaper.
Yes.
Make fun of the TV coverage. Make fun of whatever you want. And on Monday, we'll answer all questions.
Right.
I promise. Anthony promises, okay?
Everything will be made clear.
And just trust us. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
There are some people out there that are just so angry.
Don't worry.
So angry. Like we're giving up on satellite and
no,
the show is going to change completely. And
I can tell you,
sellouts. That was
Suckers.
That was something I read a couple
you
of.
two suckers.
Let me tell you something.
Gonna go back
we
to not swearing.
We didn't sell out. We bought in.
Sellouts.
Oh, you motherfucking ex-blue-collar man. Somebody should cut your throat for saying some shit like that. We didn't sell out. We bought in.
Sellouts. That's Punk. That's a great movie.
Somebody should call Yaphet Kotto and fuck you up.
Sellouts as we just think about doing 6 hours a day.
Yeah, 6 hours of radio?
Well, that's one of the things we're thinking about. We got things still to work out.
That's just low self-esteem to work that long.
Oh, it is. It really is.
You have no belief in yourself. You work
putting
for 6
in overtime.
hours.
Plus the fact, I can tell you this much, this channel will improve greatly, and other things happening because of the things you're hearing.
Well,
there's so much to this, I can't even. We have to wait till Monday. But there was something else that Anthony and I were working on behind the scenes, and it was like, yeah, that's an interesting idea. But now that all this is happening and the media is going crazy, it has raised our profile. And I got a phone call yesterday, and somebody wants to greenlight something else that would be really, really cool and huge. That's all I can say right now. It's all just kind of coming together today. So today's the day to just kind of sit back, laugh.
That's funny how nobody even in the studio really knows. Like, people think this shit is... I don't even know.
No,
like, I'm going,
Patrice,
what the fuck you talking about? Cover the mic and tell me something, nigga.
I know.
I tell you won't see me on free radio. I don't even know how to talk anymore without swearing. It's a rap.
I
come visit you motherfuckers, you know.
But you
I'll come
do
say hi
other people's radio.
Patrice,
I do cornball shit in the morning where I'm going, hey, I'm going to be at Scooby-Doo.
Right.
But it's like, I don't do that here. It's like,
you see, it's not like going on somebody else's show. You'll look at our faces and just think, motherfucker.
Right, like, nigga, you know, but you go on, it's like...
You can say that.
Hey,
you can say that dirty word.
Blues.
You just might have to say mother effer.
Yeah, I guess I could do it, though.
That's it, sellouts, water down. Depending on what time it is.
Depending on, what time it is exactly.
What the fuck are we getting ourselves into?
I tell you, they want me to come out to Albany.
Look, let's be honest. What the fuck are we getting ourselves into? We had an easy life.
We're in the shit.
I had an easy life.
We're incapable of just sitting back. We're incapable of it.
6 hours of radio.
We can't just sit back.
That's just ignorant.
Stupid Fareed called me yesterday.
Oh, really? Is he going to pay me
Stupid Fareed,
what I paid for those shares of Citadel stock?
Stupid Fareed, who owns Citadel, basically.
Yeah.
Who was a huge supporter when we were at CBS. Huge supporter.
Yep.
Huge. Pretty much left CBS because of some of the crap Stern pulled and, calling his kids terrorists and stuff. A whole thing that went on there. And I'm coming back from the secret meeting in the middle of nowhere at a place that everyone thought was safe, but then we get recognized in the parking lot, so it wasn't that safe after all.
No.
We'll get into that story. We got a lot of stories.
On Monday.
So I'm driving back to Manhattan, and the phone rings, and it's Fareed.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't call me personally. He's one of these corporate asses. And we have a relationship with him, but I hate this crap. There are corporate asses out there that don't make their own phone calls because they're too important.
Yeah.
So you get some secretary bimbo on the phone like, Opie, this is blah, blah. Can you take a phone call from Fareed? And I go, yes. And next thing you know, he's on the phone. It's like, why couldn't he just call me personally?
You know what you got to do? You got to grab your girl real quick. put her on the phone. So when Fareed gets on the phone, you go, Fareed, could you hold? Mr. Hughes is busy for the moment. I'll see if he can speak with you.
That corporate crap.
Yeah.
Just make your own phone call if you think we have some kind of relationship where you need to wish us good luck. But he doesn't wish us good luck, Anthony. He's a little bitter because Fareed at Citadel had an opportunity to do exactly what they're talking about in the paper today.
Yeah.
And he failed miserably. Do you remember the experiment in Syracuse that lasted like 4 days? That disaster?
Was that an experiment?
I don't know what the hell it was, but it failed miserably. Yeah. And he had pretty much 18 months to try to figure something out, right?
Right.
So now he's hearing things, so he calls me up, and he goes, I have just one thing to say to you. Don't blow this one.
Okay.
I go, Fareed, what are you talking about? He goes, I know you guys, don't blow this one. And I'm like, I'm a different person, Fareed. We've learned. We've had, enough time off to realize, look, we love what we do. He goes, no. It's in your DNA to fuck up. I'm like, this is supposed to be a nice day for me. What the hell? You're wishing me luck by saying this?
I might have to agree with Fareed.
No. But then I went in, then I told him what I'm all about now. I go, Fareed, now I'm just a silly guy. I'm the silly one.
Right.
Instead of being angry all the time, now I'm just the silly one.
Why are you so upset at what he just said? That's like I'm sitting there going, it's like that was a fair. Maybe it was like people
fair
say to me.
Assessment?
Yeah, like people say to me, is like they're like, well, I might agree with what you're saying, but I don't like the way you're saying it, right?
Yeah.
And it might be that it's like. Maybe he didn't say it right. But what was he saying that was completely
Patrice.
wrong? Ready? Here's what he said, and I'm going to say it like he should have said it. Hey, old man, congratulations, man. Hey, tell Anthony congratulations, too. Hey, you guys, you can do some things sometimes, and, you don't think, and, hey, let's be honest.
Oh,
a couple of let's be honest in there.
Which makes you have to agree.
Hey, let's be honest. You almost got fired. Somebody got something happened the other day, So, hey, look, good luck, and, hey, just take it slow.
Yeah.
Well, but he said, yeah, you stupid motherfuckers, you stupid. But that's really both the same thing.
I'll tell you why I'm pissed. It's a little frustrating because a lot of people think, this is the Opie and Anthony of 2002. Well, we've changed for the better.
Really, in the 4 years, it's been dramatic.
I think we have a much better show, a funnier show. It's still edgy. It's still, anything can happen. Mm-hmm. But we don't feel like getting fired anymore. And I told Fareed, I'm like, Fareed, we've been on XM for a year and a half. We haven't blown it. What? We haven't blown it.
Not wood?
Well, you didn't blow it
under here
before. Like
that's wood.
Okay, the times you got fired. What did you try to get fired? Was fired in your mind when it was unfolding?
1 out of 2.
Yeah. I mean, you could have got fired for Turkey Day, really.
And you
wasn't planning. Was you planning on getting fired for Turkey Day that day?
Nah.
If somebody had to chop somebody else in the head with one of those axes they brought.
Wasn't our fault.
It would be like you could have got fired for that.
Yeah, maybe.
But you wasn't trying to.
No.
1 out of 2.
Also, getting fired from that.
Rat trap to the balls.
From that job wasn't that bad.
That guy's ball could have flew through his scrotum like a
Oh, believe me, legal had pawed over that whole thing. Made sure that was fine.
Pat from Buffalo. Pat, go ahead.
Hey, Ope, how silly does the lady you whip poker chips at think you are?
Why are you blowing up my spot?
Yeah,
You're
that
really
was
silly. When you whip poker chips at a woman's head.
When I first came to XM, I was still very, very angry, but I'm slowly but surely moving into silly mode. All right, there's been some incidents.
Yeah, you guys are right, smiley now. You guys did smile now. That used to be your Steelo was like surly little look on their pictures like that, with a picture of Jim's head floating somewhere in there. now it's just happy old men, happy middle-aged men buying houses.
I could
settling down.
We've had a lot of meetings and discussions in the last couple of weeks, and a lot of cool things have been said. And there's a new regime, and there's some people that have said that we weren't treated right when we were over there.
Well, there's some people that still there. That's any remnants left, like maybe lowercase guys back then that upgraded or that got promotions. Or
honestly, Not really. No one that's going to get in the way.
No, I mean,
all the big players
that
have
could have
moved
been
on.
a fan back then, too. Like, somebody that could have been a fucking intern, but now they're, like, director of...
Oh, my God. There's a guy that was interning at NEW who's now, like, way up in the company. And he called me. He's like, oh, Opie, I would just want to take this time to congratulate you or... because I'm hearing things.
I'm hearing things.
Right. And I'm like, dude, you used to get, like, Ron and Fez's coffee.
See, guys?
Why are you talking like a corporate guy now?
I want the room to, think about that for a moment. The people behind the glass.
Out of
give
all
that
your
thought.
interns,
this guy is
in here.
Yeah.
Who you feel most likely will one day be that guy that you're talking about?
Interns and workers and everybody that supports the show, the support staff. I would have to say, I think as far as corporate ladder goes, I see Derek working his way up the corporate ladder.
He doesn't have corporate face. He got titty cheeks. Corporate people don't have titty cheeks. Derek has fluffy cheeks, and he always looks like he's getting ready to go skateboarding.
But you give him a few years of experience in a suit, and he'll fit right in.
I like to see him in a suit. Make him wear a suit next time I'm here, just so I can know what he's going to look like. Right now, he just looks like he fucking jerks off all day long. That's what Derek looks like. But you would say corporate-wise, he's fucking the guy.
He's the one, because he doesn't really aspire to be on the air. Everyone else is an air whore. Everyone else just looking for mic time. Yeah.
Hey, let's go to the phones and say hi to Ryan in New Hampshire. Ryan, what's up?
Hey, good morning, boys. How you doing?
Good morning, Ryan.
Good.
Hey, I heard last night, of course, WBZ was reporting that you guys were going to be coming back, and they also had a related story that Sirius just signed David Lee Roth for $100 million a year.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, there were rumblings, I guess, that they might pick him up over there.
No, they're not going to. They're not going to.
Good for him.
All right. He's working on on a country album.
On a tour?
He's actually working on a country album.
Really?
He's taking all the old Van Halen songs and he's turning them into country songs. That's his latest project.
Really?
I swear to God. Swear to God.
Hey, you, who said that? How do you feel?
Why would you do that?
Swear to God, that's his latest project.
Might as well jump.
Well, you might as well jump. Now go ahead and jump.
I'm just a male prostitute. Just a gigolo.
We got a little TV here in New York last night. Fox News. And welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show for today.
Well, goodbye, David Lee Roth. Hello, Opie and Anthony. The duo, canned by CBS nearly 4 years ago, are apparently returning to radio. The radio hosts were fired after two listeners.
Returning?
We've been here.
But we've been doing radio for a year and a half.
Hello!
Returning.
Hello, we're here!
Returning to radio?
We're here! Hello!
Will they ever get anything right on the local news? Returning to radio?
Well, if I ever get a gig on like ABC, but they'll go Patrice O'Neill returns to television.
Yeah.
From the time I was on Fox, I'll be like, well, I did web junk. Nigga, you're returning.
Hello? This thing on? Hello?
We got a huge audience on satellite radio. For some reason, they don't like to release numbers, unfortunately, because that would be a great thing for us. But we have a huge audience. And they're reporting this like we haven't done radio in 4 years. And welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show for today.
Well, goodbye, David Lee Roth. Hello, Opie and Anthony. The duo, canned by CBS nearly 4 years ago, are apparently returning to radio. The radio hosts were fired after two listeners on one of their shows got caught having sex inside of St. Patrick's Cathedral. Now the Post is reporting that they're set to replace FM's David Lee Roth, who actually came after Howard Stern because he had low ratings.
David Lee Roth didn't last too long.
No, he really didn't.
And the nice weather's not going to last too much longer either.
Oh, man.
That's terrific.
Poor Dave.
Terrific.
He's a footnote right before the weather. And speaking of not lasting.
Oh, not lasting.
This heat wave.
Oh, the warm weather.
God, get the guy a goddamn it. Well, does it have to be this bad? Can't you just go, hey, man, he gave it a good try. He's David fucking Lee goddamn Roth,
know.
by the way. You know what I mean?
Well,
give him a goddamn break.
Come on.
It's all about us today. You know what I gotta say is that
3 months.
We finally
wasn't
get
long.
We finally get some coverage on TV, and that's the night that the newsreader has a bad day reading.
She was really trivial. She didn't want to tell that story.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah. They could talk about serial killers, pedophiles, things like that with a straight face, read it like it's nothing. The second they have to talk about us in any way, shape, or form, they get all tripped up because they hate us. The news really doesn't like us. It's something we got to deal with.
Why is that?
There was a couple times though they would just add their own commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, remember the famous one? Their parents must be proud.
Their parents must be proud.
What's your news guy?
Guys, tag that on the end of it.
Talk about
we did some
question how you were raised.
Guy, tag that on the end.
It's
Thanks.
a news story. They're doing a horrific story about us, but they do horrific stories like Anthony said on serial killers and what have you. And at the end of the story, the newsman looks seriously into the camera and just goes, "Their parents must be proud."
Yeah, they don't say about a pedophile. This guy should be put to death.
Well,
you know,
yeah, they
just
do.
Read the story.
But I was watching MSNBC and they go Jeffrey Dahmer's parents, they were nice people.
Nice people. Unassuming family.
His parents did a good job and they tried their
raised
best.
them up nice.
Your parents, they ain't shit.
Nah.
All right, let's see how the WB handled this interesting news last night.
Well, shock jocks Opie and Anthony may be going home again, returning to the network that fired them. Published reports say Greg Opie Hughes and Anthony Cumia will be brought back to CBS Radio to replace David Lee Roth's dismal turn as a morning show host. The spot, of course, vacated by Howard Stern. Opie and Anthony lost their network gig back in 2002 after airing a live account of listeners having sex in St. Patrick's Cathedral, you might recall. At the time, Catholic League President William Donahue blasted the stunt. Donahue now says he hasn't received any complaints about the two shock jocks during the time they've been on XM satellite radio, and the Catholic League wishes them well, and I'm sure that'll be the first thing they try to change when they get back on the air here.
No. Jackass.
How do they know David Lee Roth was dismal?
Rating.
The ratings were horrific.
What do you do?
Patrice, it's so involved. It's the Arbitron rating system. They hand out diaries.
Is it theoretical or is it real?
You know, you would think in this day and age, that they would have some type of technology involved, computers, something. They actually mail in the mailbox, paper mail, a diary. And you're supposed to keep that and write down what you listen to and when. And then when you're done, you send it back. Who's got the time for that?
Exactly.
Which
Can
means
you
you'll
believe it?
never ever, seriously, you'll never get the black listeners understand. Because we will never sign and send that shit back.
Here's what happens.
They have more time because they're not working, and
they'll send it in the fucking mail.
Here's what happens. Here's what happens.
Minority radio stations do very well.
Here's what happens. If they get a bunch of diaries back, they look and see where they came from. Now, let's say 1 month they look and go, hey, we got a great response from Whitey. Black guys aren't represented. They will then flood the black areas with diaries and pull back from the white areas. So now the black guys get a chance to write in, the hip-hop stations. I don't know what else you listen to.
That's the Arbitron? That's the system?
That's the system.
So
It's
motherfuckers didn't mail
physically
David Lee Roth back his diaries?
You gotta lick a stamp. You gotta.
You motherfuckers, they've been mailing in the diaries.
Hell yeah, man, because when they have a passion for something, they help you out.
Right.
By the way, I hope the O&A Pest took a lot of notes in the last 5 minutes. Think about what you need to do down the road.
And Opie, I hope you did a lot of reading and don't say another word.
So the Nielsen,
I was supposed to read that thing.
The Nielsen thing is different, right? Like that's just
Nielsen
one
is
family
hooked up to
represents
it.
like 100,000 people,
and that's hooked up onto your television set. It knows what you're watching. You don't have to write it down.
But it just knows what one family's watching, and it just represents.
I think they could also do what's in different rooms in the house now with the Nielsen. And yeah, one family represents, one person listening to the radio represents X amount of people. So, you You'll have a great month. We've had this happen to us. We do a great month of radio. We know we did really well.
Right.
Had a lot of calls, doing good, feeling good about it. And the ratings come in, and they're not as high as you think they should be.
I think
and
it
then
should
you
be
look,
an exact fucking science, man.
It should be.
When your
But
job
it's
is at the
not.
line, because I'm thinking about in case I get on the radio and motherfuckers don't send in their diaries.
No.
I'm like,
That's
I
part
gotta
of the
listen to this
stress of it.
motherfucker.
That's part of the stress of it.
Every day you have a diary thing where you're trying to get people to send in your diary.
You can't.
You know.
You're not allowed.
Hey,
That's just
everybody,
it.
come on out.
You can't.
Send your diaries
It's
in.
against the law.
Yeah.
You cannot solicit
diaries.
Yeah, you cannot talk about the actual. You can't solicit people to fill out
can't say, hey,
diaries
do
for
this.
yourself. Yeah,
Oh.
it's illegal.
Oh.
So you just gotta let them do their job. You do yours, and hope for the best.
They listen to you on the station, then they write you down.
That's it.
That's it. Hey, Josh from posthorrors.net, Anthony.
Yeah.
We missed the obvious thing from Seth in Miami, the Howard Stern fan.
Right.
He writes in his instant feedback, "You're scripted? Howard had Jackie passing him notes and jokes for years. What an ass that guy is."
Yeah.
We forgot about that. Hey, at the end of that news piece, they talked about the Catholic League. The Catholic League, wow.
Well, the Catholic League, apparently very strong organization. When we had our little screw-up, Opie, as we like to call it, they jumped right in and, threatened to boycott Infinity Broadcasting. And Infinity threatened to file a complaint with the FCC. Infinity fired us. They dropped their FCC complaint and pretty much went about their business.
Bill
it was
Donahue
pretty much done.
was all over TV, and he was pissed.
Bill Donahue spearheaded the whole thing. And, you could say a lot, but this is what the guy does. He's the protector of the faith, If somebody's bad-mouthing the Catholic Church or doing anything, his job is to go out there and kick a little ass. Kick a little ass for God is what he's doing. And when we got hired here at XM, he was in the news one day for something. I think we were reading a story, and he came off looking hypocritical about something. So we decided to try to give him a call and have him on the show. Lo and behold, he shows up, on the phone. And we thought it was going to be a real cat fight, a lot of yelling back and forth. But the guy was reasonable. We don't agree on a lot of stuff. But it was a very civil conversation that went back and forth. And by the end of it, we have no problem with each other. He does what he does. We do what we do. Like I said, we certainly don't agree on a lot of things. But that's the way it is. We were glad to see he was open-minded enough to come on. I think he likes the spotlight, which is fine. Who doesn't? But he came out with a press release yesterday about this pending alleged move to CBS by this program. Here it is. Opie and Anthony moved to CBS Radio. It's on the Catholic League news release and on their website. Catholic League President Bill Donahue commented today on news about a pending move to CBS Radio, by CBS Radio, to hire talk show hosts Opie and Anthony. And quote, "After I lashed out against Opie and Anthony for providing an on-air account of a sexual stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral," why can't I read today, Opie? Why can't I read?
Because you were up making copies
I was
of my
up
documents.
too late making your goddamn
So
copies.
pass the ball. I'll do the Bill Donahue stuff. After I lashed out against Opie and Anthony for providing an on-air account of a sexual stunt in St. Patrick's Cathedral in 2002, they were fired by Infinity Broadcasting.
Maybe no one could read this stuff without
the CBS radio outlet. Once they were dumped, I withdrew the complaint that I had filed with the FCC and asked the FCC to drop its investigation. On August 5th, 2004, I issued a news release about the decision of XM Satellite Radio to pick up the duo beginning October 4th. At that time, I said, we wish Opie and Anthony well and trust they have learned their lesson. Now CBS Radio is set to bring them back on its free FM outlets. To those who say you can't go home again, I say nonsense. This is Bill Donahue continuing. In the year and a half that Opie and Anthony have been on XM Satellite, not a single complaint has reached our office about anything they've said. Indeed, when the two shock jocks were picked up by XM, their producer called one morning and asked if I could go on the air with them. Though I had some reservations, I said yes and was immediately put through. They made it clear that they regretted the St. Patrick's stunt. We mixed it up for a bit and had a great time. In short, the Catholic League hopes Opie and Anthony have a great run on CBS Radio. You couldn't ask for a better release from the Catholic League. But this story gets better.
Well, Opie,
while I was turning off all my phones and getting some sleep.
Opie's turning off his phones, getting sleep. I decided, why not give a call to Bill Donahue? So I'm at home. I rang him up. His secretary said he was doing some kind of interview at the time, so I left my number. And 10 minutes later, he called me back. Bill Donahue. Like, oh, Bill, how you doing? Said to him, just want to thank you for your press release. I go, that was really fair of you. This is a second chance for us, and I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you. He was very open to it. Wished us well, said to say hi, Opie. And I asked him if he'd come on the show. He said, yeah, he'll come on. So we want to have him on the show.
In the near future?
In the very near future, I think.
The very near future?
Yeah.
So, very good.
Here it is. The Catholic League. In short, the Catholic League hopes Opie and Anthony have a great run on CBS Radio, as does everybody else. Except a couple of people, I guess.
Yeah, well, we got that audio right here. He's gonna go crazy. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because he understands how big this is. Because we get to talk to his listeners.
Yeah.
He can't talk to ours.
Look, 90%. It's been stated. 90% of his listeners didn't follow him to Sirius.
Right, it's a fact.
So that's a lot of people. And you read the papers, we read a lot of the industry papers and the regular newspapers, they've said they don't know where his listeners went. Same thing when we got the boot. They did a study, tried to find out where our listeners went. They couldn't figure it out. No station had a huge jump, like his listeners went here or there or something. So, where are they? That's a lot of people. They're waiting for some type of entertainment. Unfortunately for David Lee Roth, he wasn't it.
Should I play the David Lee Roth song again?
No, don't play it again.
Why?
You know something? I have heard nice things about Dave. I've never met the guy, but I've only heard, nice things about it. Like, he's a real nice guy. He's spacey and out there, but, he's a rock star. The guy was the definitive rock star of the 80s. And he, he's a little out there in his own little world. I don't know what to believe as far as what I've read in the paper about fights and stuff that he's had with management and stuff. But everybody I've met that has worked directly with him has said he's a really nice guy, just put in a situation that was just about impossible to win.
That's all well and good, but that's like, you know how Van Halen is always looking for a new lead singer?
Always.
All of a sudden I just raised my hand like, hey, I could do it.
Shh. Opie, those aren't signed yet. The singing for Van Halen contract.
When is that contract?
That announcement is going to be made Monday. But Opie and Anthony, the new singers for Van Halen. That's the big announcement.
But how ridiculous would that be?
Can't wait to see the Photoshop.
If all of a sudden I said, hey, I know I can do it. Just give me a shot. And they actually said, okay. There's a lot of guys.
Do it.
There's a lot of guys. See? And actually can do it a little better than I.
Come on.
Actually, much better than I.
Come on, Dave.
But there's a lot of guys in entertainment that think they could do radio, and then they get into it and realize, oh, my God, I don't want to work this freaking hard. You got to work hard at this, believe it or not. We joke about it, but you got to work hard and be dedicated to this radio crap.
We'll be working a lot harder. We'll be working a lot harder.
I was listening a little bit today, and he was just talking about how he changed his entire lifestyle. Like, he had a whole system of how he figured, and I understood it too, because it's like, to get up at 5.
Yeah.
He goes, I have to change my entire lifestyle, because if you do radio show at, say, 3 in the afternoon, you don't get up at 1 to go do 3. You're up at 10 or something.
Yeah.
And you're already starting your day. So he took this philosophy where he's like, he gets up at 1 in the morning. But to change his entire lifestyle to say, like, to make 6 in the morning his midday. As opposed to 5 in the morning to make it, get up and go,
that don't work.
That never works.
Yeah, that don't work.
Humans are supposed to sleep at night. I did overnight radio for 3 years. It almost killed me. I never figured it out. I tried everything. But it just doesn't work.
Didn't Dave's ads say, you call it mornings, he calls it after hours? Yes.
Well, so, I mean, he changed his lifestyle. He changed his entire lifestyle for the system. Meaning, just talking about what it takes, it's just like, what are you trying to do to figure this whole thing out? And you figure it out by doing it, kind of thing going
rough.
on. And he just,
Patrice, you never figure it out.
Nope.
I've talked to morning guys for my entire radio career. Someone I love dearly, Brother Weeze. You never get used to this. You never get used to this.
No one gets used
Sometimes
to it.
you get a nice streak in where you have a couple weeks like, I'm feeling good, I'm sleeping right, eating right, and then all of a sudden you're just constantly going against the grain.
My left eye is I'm blind in my left eye right now
because it's too early, right?
I went to sleep. I ate some food, took some Steve-O's Oxy powder, which really hasn't kicked in yet. And
when that kicks in,
so
look out.
I go to sleep at I'm in the bed. Like I'm done with it because I'm looking for a house or looking for a condo or whatever. So
You're a big boy.
Big boy now. So I'm out at 1 in the afternoon driving the real estate guy around, by the way, in my fucking car. I don't know if you're supposed to be doing that, but that's how fucking stupid I am. I'm driving him.
Always follow.
You
always follow the real estate.
I get home at 8 and I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm here at 8. I get to relax. I'm gonna go to bed at 9. I lay down at 9. Okay, here comes 10, here comes 11. Took the Oxy powder. Here comes 12. I'm a little scared that I'm going to shit on myself. So I'm like not sleeping. So at 12:15, I start to doze, wake up a little bit more. A thought comes in my head. For some reason, I'm addicted to go to IMDb, to just see what people are doing. And the end of Animal House came on, so I got my fucking thing and I'm typing up Stephen First just to see what the fuck he's doing.
What the hell he's been up to, Flounder?
What the fuck is what's Flounder doing to this motherfucker? So I'm Googling Flounder on IMDb. His son is a composer, by the way.
Oh, I did not know that.
He composes like goofy shit, like he's a composer for goofy movies. So I'm going through that. 1 o'clock, I fall asleep a little bit. At 4, my body wakes me up to go take a piss, and I'm like, you motherfucker. And my left eye has not woken up yet. I can't see.
Still twitching?
I'm having problems breathing. I'm having problems. It's ungodly.
It is.
And I don't believe that people need to fucking sleep at night because I sleep fine in the day till 4:30 in the afternoon, nigga.
When I get home, I can crap right out. Just pass right out. But you can't because then you're up all night.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, when you go home from this and you feel really tired, you could maybe sneak in a nap. This is the way you're supposed to do it. Sneak in a half-hour, 45-minute nap. But you're so tired, you're like, fuck it, I got to just sleep 2 or 3 hours. And then you do that, and then you can't sleep that night, and then the cycle, starts up.
It's horrific.
But anyway, getting back to the Oxy powder, we warned you about that. There's
nothing happening yet. I think you're supposed to take the shit with an empty stomach.
Patrice,
I eaten food. I took 4 capsules.
I tried it for 3 or 4 days, man. Stuff was coming out of me. It was Jello. It was Jello just falling out of me.
You don't do it anymore?
Hell no.
What, isn't it good for you to?
If you listen to Steve, who's on every freaking supplement that's been banned by Major League Baseball.
Don't tell me Oxy powder. Oxy powder, I looked it right up. It says it's vegetables.
If he's telling you it's okay, sure. I'm sure there was a time they said, Barry, this is okay.
First of all, I started to call Steve on the phone when he gave me the pills. I put it in my pocket. I got home. I looked in there. They're big white pills. I was like, Steve, I've never seen anything that's just big white fucking big white like you seen in a like a Abbott and Costello movie where they tried to make the horse take just a white pill. I'm like, what the fuck is in this?
The first sign should have been the label that just says pills.
Oxy powder. And I took it like an asshole, but usually when I do shots, I cut the tops off of those plastic capsules. Oh yeah. I'll cut the top and pour the powder in and drink.
Why? But you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, let it dissolve. Let it dissolve naturally.
Sometimes it's a time release
Well,
thing.
I think it's something wrong with my gut, man. Like, I still feel full from last. I think it's something desperately wrong with me right now.
Oh, my God. You could just be percolating. You could just start to be percolating.
I feel like I ate.
Listen, let me tell you what's going on right now. Let me tell you what's going on. You got a full belly, right?
Right.
You threw that oxy powder in there. It's working kind of like Drano. It's slowly
working its way through the clog.
It's making a passage, and then everything is just gonna fall out of you, and you're not gonna be able to hold it in, bro. You are not gonna be able to hold it in.
See, I didn't realize, Patrice, that you said you still felt full. Right?
I still feel, I feel bloated.
Kind of what's happening right now is it's expanding your intestines.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing it does. Yeah. So it falls out like Jell-O.
Yeah.
It's pushing my fucking my colon open.
It expands.
It expands everything, so then everything can just fall out.
Basically, it produces a lot of gases. It produces a lot of gases so that everything loosens up.
And boy!
Just shoots out like Drano.
Fucking Martini Steve has new muscles every day.
Doesn't he?
His arm is better than it was 2 days ago.
Nah, it's all tattooed up.
Fucking going bananas over here.
Steve's buff. He's getting cut.
So something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love Steve.
I mean,
when should I take another hit? I took one 10
tonight, probably.
Take it tonight.
Yeah.
Don't do it when I get home.
Well, if you have plans, don't take it.
Yeah. You have plans that don't involve
I was thinking about trying to fuck my girl.
Wow.
One downstroke, everything's hitting the ceiling. I'm gonna come and fire one out my ass while I'm coming.
Be digging you out in 500 years like Pompeii.
You know, I'm looking for new sexual experiences and shit. And I'm shit on myself.
I wouldn't do that unless you wanted your bedroom painted brown, man.
Yeah.
So it's really like that, right?
I was like, no way.
I took it at 11 and I couldn't. I think that was a little bit of the reason why, because I remember you guys were telling me that shit. It was a little bit of the reason why I couldn't sleep really good, like because I'm going, okay, all right, I feel it bubbling, baby. Oh no,
yeah.
Oh okay,
just a little
go
gassy.
to sleep. But now it's like I feel like I ate a sandwich this morning.
Oh, that's no sandwich.
That's it.
That's all air.
That's oxygas.
It's ready to release. It's falling off the sides as we speak.
How long did it take for it to hit you?
I honestly don't remember. I took it at night, and that morning all hell broke loose.
Is it working? So it works like a snowplow.
It can. Yeah.
You feel it, and then it just like pushes.
Yeah.
How late did you take it?
10.
Okay,
10.
you're ready to go soon. So
yeah, you might have to.
You're not going to make it to the end of the show.
You might not make it to the end of the show. Just remember, if you feel like subtle gas coming on, you might want to hit the bathroom.
Oh boy!
And don't
try to sneak one out.
Don't try to sneak one
out. No, we heard about that.
Still?
I'm not taking it right now, but every so often I'll do a cleanse. So and
Patrice,
put myself through it.
If you feel like a fart, just go to the bathroom.
Don't try to sneak one out.
At this point,
it'll all come out.
At this point, do not attempt to fart.
But I don't. It's not like. It's almost like I want that to happen because I know I got beef in my stomach from at least 86. I know this.
That whole red meat thing.
It's like that star we was talking about. It's like I know when I shit, I see the past. That's the past. I go back in time. Oh shit! That's the day I got arrested.
They show you pictures online of people that take this stuff and that just pass these huge snake-like looking horrible things from their intestines that it just impacted whatever.
I just want to do that. I really want to badly. I'm scared that it's not going to work on me.
Doesn't a high colonic do that?
I don't know. I was going to go. My roommate, who's deeply into trying to be healthy, and he goes. I think he got like 5 colonics in a day or something. I went to the colonic office, and you get there, and for some reason, Puerto Rican secretaries bug me. They come and they don't care, and you'll come in, and I go, excuse me, I'm here to get a fucking hose in my ass. And sit down, fill this out, and there's some guy watching. And what made me leave is some fucking dude sitting down watching a program about the procedure, and he has earphones on, and it's just you know, and then there's processes you got to come back. I'm like, I'm not coming back to get this hose in my ass. I don't want to. It just made me too nervous, man.
You want one day, you go in.
One and done?
Yeah, like just, okay, blast it. It's almost something that you want to try yourself. You know, you go,
Can I just take the equipment home?
Yeah, you know, I can stick a hose in my ass and turn on the water, nigga.
And they're still arguing if that even works. And
well, shit comes out.
I know, but they're arguing. What does that mean, though?
Yeah, what
is
does
it really,
mean?
you know, cleansing you and getting rid of the toxins better and all that?
I hope they find out.
Some people say it's certainly a very good thing to do, and others say no way. It doesn't make a lick of difference.
I tried psyllium husk and
yeah.
You know, that's supposed to be the natural.
Oh, the natural way to clear.
That's supposed to be the supernatural way to do it.
Why don't we take another quick break?
Yeah, I got to take a leak.
And we got some...
I got to take a leak,
some more audio about what's going on, okay?
Right.
And once again, if you're just tuning in, a lot of people have lots and lots of questions. All questions will be answered on Monday. We promise, okay?
Uh-huh.
And this is a very, very good thing. And you just got to trust us on this one.
Yes.
Please.
I think you talked it up.
Please. Uh-oh. Huh?
Drum roll, please.
Just got to trust us. We have many examples of people thinking they knew what was best, and we proved them wrong. Remember when we came to XM? Oh, the show's gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Part of the beauty was how they skirt around things.
Yeah, that was it. We heard, now that their show is going to be uncensored completely, the fun was just listening to them try to work around the words, and they could be more clever that way.
Remember all those people?
And now we hear, oh, great, it's going to be a watered-down version. I'm not paying for this. Oh, would you relax? You don't even know how it's going to work yet. Do you know the minds it took to figure out the formula that will make this work?
Here he goes.
Are you kidding?
Oh, shit. I got to take a leak.
Are you kidding?
Whatever, man.
You feeling something?
Shit on the floor.
Get a cell phone.
Oh, my God.
Get a cell phone. Patrice has left the studio.
Sell out. I'm reading that a lot.
No,
not a lot. Just, the instant feedback.
The opportunities this gives us, I can't even begin to tell you.
A lot of people are under the impression we're leaving.
We're not leaving.
Satellite. We're not. Stop it.
Anyway.
We're pioneers, Opie. We are doing something revolutionary here. No one's ever gone from terrestrial to satellite and then back to terrestrial. I am doing that. Oh, wait a minute.
See, if he just wanted to go for the paycheck.
Go for the paycheck.
This was the move. Everyone knew it.
Yeah,
we just had to bide our time.
Here's the move.
This was the move. This was the true move if you really like doing radio. If you want to go for a paycheck, God bless you.
And it is great for satellite. I mean, a lot of the people are writing, a lot of the trades are writing that it's unprecedented that such a huge company would look to satellite for talent.
Right. Danny, in the bathroom.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Patrice, what's going on in there?
Well, Patrice is in a stall. Let me try and get an update. Patrice, how's things going?
Get the fuck out of here,
Dude, Patrice ain't this kind of guy.
He's not like Jimmy Norton.
No.
They're pretty impressive.
It's not an oxypod. I think it's just a regular trying to get yesterday's sandwich out.
All right. So
yeah, he's convinced it's not the oxypod. He's just trying to get some old food out of there.
Some old food. Does he have any action going on?
Patrice, you got any action going on? Nah, not really.
All right.
Whatever that means.
All right, hang out outside the stall. Any updates, give us a call. Danny from in the bathroom. So, throughout our careers, other people thought they knew best for us.
Yeah.
I remember back at BAB when I went to Jeff and Bob. Jeff and Bob?
Yes.
I'm now working with Anthony full time, and unless you give us a better shift, we are going elsewhere.
Right.
They let us go. Dumbest move they ever made. Then we go to Boston, and we decide, you know what? We like to rock, but we also like to talk. So we start talk. Well, actually, when we first got there.
Yeah.
Where's Liz? Where's Liz?
Liz Wild.
Where's
there
Liz? Where's
us.
Liz?
That's all we heard.
Because they knew better. Where's Liz? You stink. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So then we turned those people around. And then we decided, you know what? Now we need to talk a little more. Even though we love playing the Alice in Chains and the Rage and all that, and the Korn and what have you, all the bands
Great time for music.
of that era, right? So we start talking. And then Bruce Mittman walks in one day. Boys, what is this, a talk show?
Talk show, boys. Yes, you know something, Bruce? Good idea.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
We like talking, and you don't understand that.
And if you don't let us, we'll figure out a way to get the fuck out of here.
That's right. So he thought he knew best. He thought he needed to come in and shut us up and just play the music. And we said, no, we continue to talk. He didn't get it. So then we moved on to NEW.
Look, in our whole career, I can really count only one big mistake we've made.
Well, yeah.
That was a biggie. But other than that, you must have trust in us. We know what is best for the show. Not just for us, stupid. For the show. We're not just going to do something that is good for us. It's got to be good for the show, the listeners. That's why we do these things.
Well, in the end, if it's good for the show, it's good for us.
Yeah.
See, that's how we always look at it. Other people look at it's good for me and then go, oh, yeah, but the show's going to suffer. Whatever.
No, we figure out a way where it can all work out and everyone's happy. You can't make everyone happy. There are going to be some people that are pissed. It's just going to happen. But for the most part, this works. All the details you want to hear Monday. But it works. It makes sense. It's fine. I'll give you this little hint. You're going to get a lot more Opie and Anthony. That's it.
A lot more.
Don't worry about it so much.
And a lot more from the people that help us out. Know what it's like? We just kicked an anthill.
Right.
Everything was all nice.
That line
organized.
was going.
Dun, 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 dun. They were bringing the grasshopper back into the nest, right?
One had a leg. How does he carry it? He's so small.
And we just decided to kick the anthill. What happens at that point?
Oh, they run around like crazy.
And now everyone's just trying to figure everything out.
They're all touching antennas going, beep, 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 beep. They don't know what the fuck. What do we do?
They're all over the place.
But before you know it.
And they're like, where do we even begin? And then a couple weeks go by, and all of a sudden, guess what?
You look at the anthill.
It's all nice and back to dun, 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 dun.
It's dismantling another cricket.
But then there's a nicer anthill.
Right, it's a bigger anthill. The colony has expanded.
And bigger people now visit the anthill.
Right. Much better visitors to the anthill.
Right.
You get much better. It's better for all the ants involved.
That's right. And we don't have to eat grasshopper leg anymore.
Right.
Now we're dragging in, prime rib.
Exactly. Come on. Just trust in us, people. We've always known what's best for the show, more so than any of the fans. So don't worry so much.
So
just enjoy.
To all the ants out there right now, just pick up a little granular of dirt, and start moving back toward
Move it out of the way of the hole.
Just start building the hole again.
Get the hole opened again. That's paramount.
Your job is to take one lousy granular and move it out.
Exactly.
And then we will rebuild and
before you know
move on.
Big fat cricket parts
for everybody. All right. We'll take a little break.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how Patrice did in the bathroom. We got more very interesting audio to play right after.
I'm really not a fan of seeing how Patrice did in the bathroom, but I gotta piss.
He's just about done, I would imagine.
Great.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. The ONA virus.
It's not right, man.
It's spreading across America.
What did David Lee Roth do? Come on.
Thanks to XM Satellite Radio. They have been nothing but great for us. Hey, Pete, what's up?
What's going on, boys? Hey, Opie, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
I got turned on to you guys in December. I got a radio.
Yeah.
You are the funniest SOB. Your ad-libs, your voiceovers, you make me laugh every day. I don't care what you guys do as long as you're on the radio somewhere. You guys rock.
Voiceovers.
And fuck Howard, he sucks.
All right.
You guys are putting a hurting on that boy. I love it, man. It's great. Especially yesterday with the boys.
You're all over the map, sir.
All right. Thank you, Pete.
Hi, man.
All right, there goes Pete. Imus just talked about us again. And this one's really good because he interrupted a very, very serious story, or a big story. I haven't even read the paper, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. I guess some Chinese lady was yelling and screaming at the Chinese president.
Yeah, the head of China or something was coming by for a visit. And do you know that there's a whole protocol at the White House for that? Like, the president comes over, and because of all the civil rights violations in China, the president can show, like, yeah, I want to do business with you. We like to trade back and forth. It's profitable for both countries, but you can't really be one of our bestest, goodest world friends. So they took the Chinese guy, and they just had him for lunch. Well, they didn't have him for lunch. They invited him to lunch. Now,
and where was this lunch? Was it in a...
It's like in the White House somewhere.
Oh, it wasn't in a top secret location?
No.
North of Manhattan?
No. Shut up. It was in the White House.
Just showing my ad-lib skills. They're terrific.
When you went, boys, I was dying. But apparently, if you're a buddy pal chum, like Blair or something comes to visit, you have the dinner. There's the big White House dinner. So it's almost
and
like...
that would be in the Ritz-Carlton.
Okay, shut up. They have a dinner in the White House. And that means that you're like a real buddy, real pal, real friend.
Right.
So they were doing this lunch thing, which is kind of a throwaway. It lets everybody know that the president really doesn't agree with everything that this guy's doing, but working on it. So the president was out there, and I guess because all I understood was Falun Gong. I guess it was some Falun Gong person.
The same people that are on the streets.
They're on
in
the
Manhattan?
streets protesting here like we're beating them and putting them in cages. There's Falun Gong in China, a little organization there in China that the Chinese government apparently really can't stand. And locks them up, tortures them.
I hear it's a yoga movement.
Yeah, it's like some kind of yoga thing, but it's taken on more than that. It's, you know, like Scientology was a fucking science fiction book for a while, too. And now, you know, it's a religion. Falun Gong, same thing. Some kind of yoga thing that turned into this more religion.
They're always on 42nd and West Side.
Yeah.
Just kind of
they move around.
They put themselves in cages. They look like they're beaten.
The makeup is terrific on those people.
Very good makeup. I don't know who's doing the injuries, but they look authentic.
They look very authentic.
Yeah, they look like they've been pummeled.
It's terrific.
By some Chinese army guys.
I'm thinking Steven Spielberg might be involved.
Yeah. Or you think that Industrial Light and Magic is coming over? And
it's just terrific.
And you talking about the chick that was doing her thing yesterday.
Yeah. So she unloaded on this guy.
I think we got the audio.
At the White House.
Yeah.
They showed that live of them taking her away. Poor lady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's not going to be happy where they put her. I'm sure.
Can we have her, please? He's going to ask for her.
Yeah.
He's going to ask, can we take this bitch?
Where's she? Could we take her home? Oh, boy, I forget about she. No!
Here's the audio of the Chinese lady.
Stop him! We'll kill him! Mine's in the bush! Stop him! We'll kill him! Falun Gong! Falun Gong!
Cherish goodwill towards the American people. In mid-19th
Không có phải là Việt Cộng. Ở đây không có là Việt Cộng, không biết không? Không phải là Việt Cộng. Ở đây không có là Việt Cộng, không biết không? Tại sao vậy hả? Sao các ông gà của tôi hung mà? Các ông đến đây giết heo, giết gà, phải không? Không biết.
Bonds!
I got more audio of the lady from yesterday outside the White House.
For many days I didn't bring him here because I suffer when he bites me. Right in my vagina. When I'm walking and he sees other dog, he right away, he jump on my vagina because he gets so crazy. He doesn't know who I am. He forgets everything. And he bites the Labrador and his penis. I don't want him to bite my Labrador and the penis. My Labrador is a baby. It's beautiful.
Oh, motherfucker!
Was she saying President Bush stop him? It sounded like she was like, kill him. It almost sounded like she said, President Bush, kill him.
It sounded like that. She said, kill him.
Yeah,
but
kill
she's
him.
asking Bush.
Like, Bush, I can't do that. I'll send troops in to do that. I can't just kill him. He's my guest. I can't just kill him.
Come on, lady, go ahead now. We're trying to make a relationship with these gooks.
The gooky-eyed people, very important in America. I can't just start killing people.
So, here's the story on Imus just a little while ago.
Because if the President of the United States has to say, I'm sorry to Hu Jintao, that puts things at a slightly uneven footing.
Do you know about Opie and Anthony coming back to CBS Radio?
I'm not aware of that.
This is some, what? She works for...
White House reporter.
White House reporter or works for President Bush personally. Imus is just...
You know about Opie and Anthony?
He's just obsessed with the whole Opie and Anthony thing.
That's great, man.
He's more obsessed about the Opie and Anthony thing than you and I are.
I love it.
Anthony coming back to CBS Radio?
I'm not aware of that.
Aha. Good work, Bernie. Well, they are.
She's only the White House reporter.
That's right, you wouldn't be. Everybody else knew, apparently. So, do you know
There's only so much I can handle on a given morning.
Do you know who they are?
I think vaguely. I'm looking at a picture. Are these the gentlemen?
Yeah.
That's not Yasser Arafat's son on the left.
That's Anthony.
Oh, well, aren't they scrappy young men?
Yeah, well, we like them. So.
Terrific. So this is good news?
Yeah, it's great news.
Wonderful.
Everything else?
Do they have your sort of view of the world?
Sort of, yeah.
Maybe.
A little, kind of a slightly different show. But they're very good.
Well, I'll take that as a nod that I need to tune in and find out about them. And
well, no. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, man.
I was having a good old time with this.
Are a pisser, man.
That's great. What paper is this?
You gotta love it. How do you not love a guy that's been in radio that long and can goof around like that?
Yeah.
Doesn't take himself or his show so seriously. He's talking with, White House reporters and everything, and he goes into a goof like that. It's brilliant.
He doesn't mind. Oh, wow, the Boston papers are coming in now.
Tom Brady.
The Boston Herald and the Boston Globe now. Wow. Cool.
The Manatees do a thing on it, or is it actual news?
Boston Herald.
Manatees still working for them?
Yeah. Jessica Haslam or something like that. Whip it up, Boston. It won't come as a shock, but after a near 4-month disastrous run, CBS Radio is reportedly axing aging rocker David Lee Roth and replacing him with raunchy talk jocks Opie and Anthony. It's a smart move. I think they are accomplished practitioners of the hot talk genre, said Michael Harrison, publisher of Talkers Magazine. The Bad Boys show will return to traditional radio and Boston's WBCN-FM nearly 4 years after CBS canned the pair for broadcasting a couple having tea in St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York.
Why don't we just switch it to that? That's good.
Huh?
Having tea.
Having tea, yes.
They were sipping in a, it strictly says, bring in no food.
I'm on fire with my ad-libbing today, I gotta tell you.
I can tell you.
The duo have a storied history in the hub. They were first yanked off the local airwaves, WAAF, in 1998 for their infamous April Fool's Day prank on Mayor Thomas Menino.
Old hat.
The twosome told listeners the mayor had died in a car crash while vacationing in Florida. Menino yesterday declined comment.
He just couldn't comment. He was trying.
While at WAAF, the pair launched the WOW campaign. Or Whip 'em Out.
The WOW campaign, which was supposed to take over all of Europe.
That's right.
But they got us at Stalingrad.
We barely made it to Springfield.
The WOW campaign?
While at AAF, the pair launched the WOW campaign, or Whip 'em Out Wednesdays, which encouraged women to bare their breasts to motorists. But the campaign was cut short following outrage from Mayor Menino.
Wow. It's not the thing that the big of the highway.
Opie and Anthony turned up on XM satellite radio in October 2004, becoming one of the most popular shows on its 170 channels. Roth replaced Howard Stern on the East Coast after he left for Sirius satellite radio. XM will now syndicate Opie and Anthony's show. They are Stern's staunch rivals on those stations. WBCN's ratings have spiraled downhill with the former Van Halen frontman behind the mic.
Hold on. Read that line again. I get to use this. It's very rare.
WBCN's ratings have spiraled downhill with the former Van Halen frontman behind the mic.
And a little wacky.
Roth has fought with his bosses over his morning show's format. BCN and CBS declined comment yesterday. Tom Taylor, editor of Inside Radio, said Boston has never really forgotten the duo. It's a proven act, he says. Boston's a great, savvy radio market that enjoys talent, enjoys freshness, and enjoys wit. I think Boston will be a good match for them.
Again. Third time's a charm, Boston.
Holy
motherfuckers. Jesus Christ, we're like grunions.
Boston is
we
definitely...
just keep coming back to spawn.
Boston is definitely the city that's got to be the most pissed at us.
Yeah.
We were there, we were gone.
Three
we were
times.
back, we were gone. And maybe we're back again.
And then all of a sudden, hey, baby, we're back. Oh, I was just starting to get along without you. You bastards. But we're back.
Yes. Let's say hi to Bruce in Louisiana.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, when Imus said Yasser Arafat's son, fucking I got an instant visual and fucking laughed so hard I about wrecked this fucking truck.
Who said that on his show?
Imus did just a second ago. He said Anthony. He said the guy on the left isn't
it was
Yasser
Bernie.
Arafat's
It was
son.
Bernie. Yeah,
Bernie is a funny motherfucker, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the voice, but
God damn.
I got an instant visual and almost wrecked the fucking truck.
That was really funny, man.
That was fucking brilliant. I love you guys. Congratulations. Fucking tear it up.
Well, there's nothing to congratulate us on.
One of the best Bernie lines ever. I was watching Imus at MSNBC. I hope I don't fuck this up, but Imus had a cowboy hat on, and then he had one of those what are they called, bolos or something?
It's a bolo.
Or a bolo or
tie
something.
we wear out west.
And then he had a shirt that was kind of girlish underneath it.
Yeah,
and,
that's called a fag shirt.
And Bernie...
yeah, just shut up.
Bernie turns to Imus and says that he looks like Lady Bird Johnson at a hoedown. I spit up cereal that morning, man.
It's not often you can fit in a Lady Bird Johnson reference.
I believe that's how it went down, or something like that. I don't know if I've ever laughed harder at
that is funny.
At something on the radio.
They're a genuinely funny show, and how they mix that with politics amazes me.
Yeah. Matt in Cleveland, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I thought it was really ironic and funny. I don't know who planned it out, but during the 2 o'clock worst of yesterday, they happened to play your first show on XM, and there was a little part about Bob Eatman telling you guys not to burn any bridges, and I believe Anthony said something about, we're never going back. I just thought it was kind of ironic and funny.
Yeah,
I think E-Rock's being a little clever with the archives.
Was E-Rock being clever with
or
the
is
archives?
It Danny, or is it
somebody?
Derek, or Travis? Nathaniel?
Yeah, we were having a conversation with Bob Eatman, and I said, in what universe are we ever going to be working for CBS again? And I go, what are you living in, Bizarro World, Bob?
I don't think it was done purposely, if anything. It was probably just a coincidence.
It was great, guys. All I got to say is the future looks bright. I'm loving it. Punching out.
All right, thank you. There he goes, Matt. I want to comment on the boys' mustaches. It's
this
Mustache
is
Day on the Opie and Anthony program.
I'm looking, and Danny's, I'm drawn to Danny's. Everyone else's I could look at, and it's kind of... Travis,
oh my
Travis's looks ridiculous because it's like a kid put on a fake mustache.
Yeah, the guys are doing Mustache Day.
Mustache Day.
We were supposed to be part of this, but unfortunately...
Jesus Christ, we got to maybe talk to somebody.
We had we have some things to do.
Can't be Mustache Day on Hannity.
We can't do Mustache Day on Hannity and Combs.
No, I don't think Sean Hannity gets Mustache Day.
Wow.
But Danny's is great. You know what Danny's going for here? I finally figured it out. The oldie-time weightlifter at the circus mustache, where he's wearing that oldie-time swimsuit with the stripes, and the mustache curls at the end. Yeah, big barbells.
Yeah. And then you got good old Nathaniel.
Yeah, Than. Than went for the fog hat 1977 look.
I like it. Whoa,
yeah.
nice mic.
It's also kind of Metallica, early 80s.
James Hetfield. Without the long hair.
Going on.
Really something I could walk into any bar in America, go up to a lady and be like, want to fuck? And she'll say yes.
Right.
Just looks good.
I think the Cougars would love you.
Oh, man. You'd be good in one of those, just like a rag bar, a corner pub.
Well, thanks.
And then Travis, I don't know how.
I don't know what's going on there.
It's a regular mustache.
It's just a standard cop mustache.
Mm-hmm. Way to take that chance, Travis.
Yeah, a milquetoast mustache.
Danny and I are going to do something special.
Yeah, we have a little surprise for you guys before the end of the show.
Oh, well, what could you possibly...
Boy, I wonder what that could be.
It's the group shot I will not be participating in.
Boy, because Nathaniel...
Fan actually thinks he has a career somewhere else.
Yeah.
The one that'll ruin any chance of political career or anything else.
There you go. All right, so Mustache Day.
There's a flag on my desk that you might want to hold up when you take that picture. Got that in the mail the other day.
All right. Hey, that's a very good question. You know, where's Jimmy? Why hasn't he called the show today? It's a big day. He's in Chicago playing a couple different clubs over the weekend. We should try to get him on the phone. Is Ben working today? See him ad-libbing all over the place. It's unbelievable. Dan in New York, what's up?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say congrats for your supposed move to and is Jimmy going to finally get that $50,000?
Oh, my God. Sweet justice for Jimmy, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, I believe Jimmy will be getting his $50,000.
Thanks, guys.
Remember his $50,000 that he got japped at?
All right. Oh, yeah, the Stern audio. Good old Howie. The king of the spin.
Yeah.
The king of the spin.
We'll see how...
You know, there are times when you're in entertainment, in our case, radio, when another radio show just does something really huge, and you just got to sit back and go, oof, that hurts a little. That hurts a little. Yeah. And then you try to spin it and say how it's an awful move.
You never like seeing good things happen to other people.
But to try to spin this,
yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous. So this is some audio from Howie.
I was reading this thing about Joel Hollander, your friend Joel Hollander, yesterday, and CBS, what they're doing with Opie and Anthony. What do you think about this whole shit?
Hey, did you hear about this?
No, what's going on with Opie and Anthony?
Robin, you fucking lying piece of shit.
Everyone in the business knew what was going on.
That's why we're going to get you guys in the end.
At least be honest.
We still try to be honest for the most part on this program. For her to sit there like, no, what's going on? What's going on? You're like every other radio guy in America, or chick, whatever, and you read the fucking headlines. You go to the New York Radio Message Board. You go to InsideRadio.com. You go to FMQB.com. You go to RROnline.com. All access.
You hear it from the people you work with.
Right.
They're industry insiders.
Do you read the newspaper before you go on the air? Of course you do. We were on page 9. So for her to say, no, what? Tell me. Because you're trying to make believe it doesn't, it doesn't interest you, or you can't be bothered by it.
Yeah.
They're doing with Opie and Anthony. What do you think about this whole shit?
Hey, did you hear about this?
No, what's going on with Opie and Anthony?
David Lee Roth is fired, and they're taking I guess the Opie and Anthony XM feed, the satellite feed, and editing it.
And they're going to play it on their air?
They're going to play it in 3 markets: New York, Philly, and
another test.
No, I don't think it's a test. I think it's Joel's latest attempt to sort of revive the radio division.
They need money, man. They need money bad, and that's how they're going to make it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the reason I say it's a test, he's trying it out in 3 markets first.
Right.
If it's successful, they'll expand.
What are the 3 markets?
Well, a couple of people around here asked me what I thought, and I go, I told you, I don't care who replaces me. I said,
I don't care. I just don't care.
See,
I don't care.
We taught all the listeners this a long time ago. When you say you don't care, you care.
You care. I don't care equals I care.
And that means us, too. There are times we go, I don't care
about that. I don't care about that.
We care.
I care.
When you say I don't care, you care.
I don't care.
You care a lot. I don't care.
And I go, I told you, I don't care who replaces me. I said, in a way, I read one article that said it's sweet revenge because they can go head-to-head with Howard Stern.
No, we're going head-to-head with Howard Stern right now.
Yeah.
We have a bigger audience on XM than he has at the Little Doggy Company. That is a fact. And now, it may get much, much bigger.
Yeah.
With the potential to actually get to talk to his listeners every day, and he can't talk to ours.
90% didn't follow him, so they're looking for something to listen to.
Howard Stern, No, they can't. I'm not on terrestrial radio anymore, but, do your thing. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Try to do anything to paint you
Completely
as the loser in this thing.
Yeah, everyone's trying to, I think satellite radios, I think it's a weird move in that XM is admitting defeat, in a sense, that they couldn't get.
All right, okay.
Now, see.
That's it. There's
Make
the
it
spin.
all about you.
Let's see how XM is admitting defeat.
Make it all about you.
By syndicating a show. The
subscribers are still... The subscriber base is still 2-1 in XM's favor.
How big this is. Let me explain how this progressed. Satellite radio, early days, was the graveyard of radio personalities. Let's be honest. You didn't do satellite radio unless you were doing so poorly in regular radio that no one wanted you. So you came to satellite. Then they started getting some listeners. And along with people that weren't good enough for regular radio, there were people that fucked up so badly in regular radio, they had to go to satellite. This included people... I think there was somebody up in Boston ended up there, and, eventually us. The audience grew and grew and grew, though. And it is now turned into, I don't want to sound like Howard, but it is groundbreaking. This is now, broadcast radio had to look to the satellite talent pool to find a program.
Right.
That's huge for satellite. And because it happened here for XM, it's not conceding or being defeated. It's broadcast radio going. We need talent. We need a talent that we know is going to be able to bring in numbers, and in huge markets. Where are we going to get it? Let's look all over the country and try to find it. We can't. Where do we go? Satellite. Now they're looking to satellite to find the talent. So don't even try to spin this as a defeat, you idiot.
And we do real math here. Howie does his Howie math. When Ant and I arrived at XM a mere 18 months ago, XM had about anywhere from 2 to 2.2 million subscribers. I don't remember the exact number.
Yep.
Okay. As we speak today, April 21st, 06. It's well over 6 on its way to 7 million.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we have to admit defeat. Why?
Yeah. How is this?
We still have twice as many subscribers as your company.
As Howie puts it, we're constantly, and by we I mean us, XM. We're constantly failing and being defeated. Meanwhile, a huge portion of his listenership didn't follow him. And there's really no buzz. There was the initial buzz of him going over there, but now, he's doing his show over there. He's got his fans, a few of them, the hardcore ones that went there, but 90% of his fans from terrestrial are waiting for something. Hi.
And we hope to pick up a lot of those.
How you doing?
Hey, let's say hi to Tom on Long Island. Tom, what's up?
Hi, guys. Robin claimed she didn't know what the story was, but then she knew it was only 3 markets that you were going to.
Yeah, all of a sudden she's talking about details.
Their whole job is to
they're wrong.
Yeah, they're wrong, and their whole job is to downplay it as much as possible. So let's say if it was really 7 or 8, I don't know. You say it's 3 because it doesn't look as good. That's their whole job.
Right, but she didn't know what
their whole job is to spin and make us look like assholes and make them look like they're the only thing that you should listen to on radio. That's been his job for years. It's not working anymore.
Weird move in that XM is admitting defeat, in a sense, that they couldn't get anything going with those guys.
Well, you got people paying,
Wait a minute. Couldn't get... Well, humor Howard and we'll follow the logic
all right,
of that.
Please.
So we're such an awful radio show, and we're failures at XM.
Yeah.
That instead of firing us, which they can, and it would be a mere bag of shells to pay us off.
Uh-huh.
They're not going to fire us. They're going to now...
Yeah, we're not making $500 million.
They're now going to expose us to a much, much, much larger audience.
Right. Yeah.
I haven't done the math yet, but it's safe to say a much, much, much larger audience. How the fuck does that make sense, Howard?
And is it... With his logic, we would have to be, Opie, the worst show on the platform. Hear me out. We would have to be the worst show on the XM platform, because then they would have come to maybe get Bob Edwards or someone else, anyone else but us.
Right.
But they came for us because we got to get them out of here.
You know what bothers me the most about this? Do his listeners really buy into this shit?
I think the subscribers, a few of them anyway, probably do.
But you think they roll their eyes like,
brainwashed
I love listening to the guy still, and, you know, he makes me laugh or what have you, or he makes me jerk off in the car.
Yeah.
But, oh, my God, that's like, wow.
Yeah, I've heard from a few people that have been like, you know, oh, the guy, you know, I like listening to him, he's entertaining, but sometimes when he just starts going into certain things, you got to say he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's just delusional. I guess it used to work.
Yeah, back in, you know, the late 80s, early 90s. There was a time it used to work when he really gave a shit instead of making believe he gives a shit. Late 80s, early 90s, he could make anything happen. The guy, he really did drive an army. It's just not that way anymore.
I like radios. I think it's a weird move in that XM is admitting defeat, in a sense, that they couldn't get anything going with those guys.
Well, you got people paying, like, so much money for this crap, especially, well, not Sirius, but XM, and then people are going to pay for it. Now they're going to get it for free on terrestrial testicle radio. It's bullshit.
No, I think XM's giving up. I think they probably made a deal, because those guys had a couple of years on their contract. They probably made a deal that they can mention XM. So the very thing they're suing me for, they're allowing these guys to do. But
how does that make you feel?
I don't know.
It's just too much.
What? What'd you say at the end there?
I don't know. Something
what did that useless
irrelevant and stupid. Oh, that's too much.
Get back in your dunking
Would
booth.
you step on a scale? Oh, that's too much.
Way to keep the weight off, fatty.
Oh.
Be able to accomplish that, some self-esteem for what, maybe a year? Way to go.
Yeah.
Gary was all upset about it, and I said, you know, the thing that's weird about it is that it shows you again what a liar Joe Hollander and Leslie Moonves and all these guys are.
Yeah. By the way, because I really know psychology. Mm-hmm. I really do. I know how people, you know, act and stuff. Mm-hmm. He is beyond fucking pissed. Yeah. And like we said yesterday, he probably went to his therapist, and because he's now in therapy, deep therapy, like
5 days a week.
5 days a week. Yeah. And the therapist, I would never listen to a fucking therapist. I know me. I don't need to pay someone to go, I think I know you better than yourself. No, I know what my faults are. And sometimes I work on them, and sometimes I don't. All right? So the therapist has probably told Howie, look, I know you're beyond pissed off and you want to yell and scream, but why don't you take the opposite approach? Mm-hmm. Why don't you bring it down a notch?
Bring it down.
Bring it down and just stay calm.
And it's all agenda driven. Do you hear how he's covering subjects? He's trying to make a story. He's trying to mold this and spin it. So he's got to address everything like he's just doing a stream of consciousness.
Right.
But he's addressing us. He's addressing Joel and Les. There are subject matters he wants to address and give a spin on. And XM and this, how it's, defeat. These are all things that he pre-thought out and wants addressed in his own spin. He's addressing the converted here. Howard's only talking to his hardest core fans. Who is he telling this to? The news isn't going to pick it up. They're not going to care. They don't care.
But you keep talking very calmly, because that'll help, because your therapist told you that this is the way to handle this.
Oh, that's too much. Howie's paycheck? What was she talking about?
I have no idea. So back to the audio.
That's weird about it is that it shows you again what a liar Joe Hollander and Leslie Moonves and all these guys are, that they fired these guys, and they said when I was leaving that, they were taking a new direction, the new high road.
Yeah, well, the direction they took, they don't like anymore.
Right, the direction they took lasted 3 months.
Wow, Hole, you added a lot there.
Wow. And, boy, when something isn't working, you should leave it there. Like I said before, I don't know David Lee Roth. I got nothing personal against the guy, but for the love of God, stop the hemorrhaging. When you see something bleeding, a tourniquet, at least.
Right, the direction they took lasted 3 months.
What was that ad that they took out in one of the trade magazines?
No more fart jokes, no more.
Yeah,
That's old. Yeah.
Right, and
you were real upset about Opie and Anthony. Why do you care?
Because you know what? Because they were always talking about how they're better than you, and they're not. It's like
every one of these guys does.
But it pisses me off because they're going to go to terrestrial radio, and they might have a small amount of success.
Well, they might have a large amount of success. What else is on it?
And they're going to say that they kicked your ass, but
is Howard admitting that we get something done? Are you finally admitting it, Howard? You fucking asshole! By the way, we're collecting lots and lots of stories. Stories we have never heard before. Oh my God, it's going to get fun. Go fuck yourself.
Small amount of success.
Well, they might have a large amount of success. What else is on it?
And they're going to say that they kicked your ass, but they really didn't. And I always say...
But why do we care if someone says they kicked...
No, we didn't kick your ass. We never had the opportunity to kick your ass. That is a fact, okay?
We were on afternoons.
Howard had a great run on regular radio, and honestly, the era is just about over. That's what this is all about. It's not about we go there and, kick his ass. It's not even a fair game at this point.
Yeah. When we first came to New York, and we said it before, it would have been an honor and a pleasure to do afternoons over at K-Rock in New York. Him do mornings, us do afternoon drive. Would have been great. The ratings would have been through the roof. There were concerns with management about sales issues, whatever. Whatever happened. We didn't end up over there. But at that time, would have been perfect. We weren't looking to come into New York and beat Howard Stern at anything. We were doing afternoons. We were clawing, just trying to get a foothold at WNEW, which was tanked at that point. We didn't come in here trying to... They make it sound like we came in trying to beat up on Howie and beat him.
We were in the same company.
We worked for the same company.
And we were just doing...
Trying to survive.
What we were doing at the time was radio we thought was interesting, hopefully clever, edgy, funny... And just being goofballs. So we made fun of him. We made fun of Imus. We made fun of Scott and Todd and that other guy, Rocky Allen.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We make fun of all the other guys in the business. And he was the only one that couldn't take it.
Yeah, took it very seriously. All the other guys were like, that's just Opie and Anthony being Opie and Anthony, and, it's kind of funny. So I guess I could laugh at a joke, so I'd laugh at it. He was the only fucking one. We didn't go after him. We were just doing our show. He perceived it as some kind of fucked up threat and went behind the scenes and made our life a living hell. He did that. We were just doing a fun show. Right.
And what else is on it?
And they're gonna say that they kicked your ass, but they really didn't. And I always say...
But why do we care if someone says they kicked my ass?
Because it bothers me. It does.
Really?
It's like I said, remember when the Knicks went to the...
This bothers
me. What this reminds me of? Watch Downfall. This is Hitler in the bunker with one of his soldiers just not seeing the end. Sitting there with Hitler in the bunker watching like the big, all the models of Berlin on the middle of the table, and Hitler's talking about how it's going to be great and how this army's going to do this, and there are people, yes, mein Führer, yeah, still believing and not wanting to see that it's just over. It's over, Johnny. That's Gary. Gary's the good soldier.
That was never paid right.
Yeah.
God, we're getting some great stories.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting, we got to get to know each other a little bit more. But the little...
Yeah, we get to know each other.
The little stuff that's trickling in already is just fantastic. Fantastic.
But he's a good soldier, and that's what he's doing here. He's just being a good soldier. He is taking the anger portion so Howard can take that relaxed therapist kind of
Yeah.
I don't care stance.
Yeah.
So Gary's the good soldier being the angry guy.
Absolutely.
And the whole...
Wow.
Why is she there?
Even the hardcore, Stern fans know she's useless.
You gotta know.
They're not going to ever argue that point.
You know
Ever.
she was a great ticket early in the career so he could do women and black humor.
Yeah.
After that, I mean, come on, stop.
Anyway, so...
Just as worthless. She's Earl with tits.
Really? It's like I said. Remember when the Knicks went to the finals one year? They could never beat the Bulls, and they finally beat the Bulls when Michael Jordan wasn't there. It's like a hollow victory. So they're big in morning radio, but they didn't beat you. They didn't beat the best.
Well,
Michael Jordan doing radio?
First of all, it's not going to be an easy road for them or anyone who works for CBS with the FCC and everything else. You got to water down your own show. I'm not sure why somebody would want that, unless you kind of just need the money.
Oh, I can't wait to openly talk on Monday.
Kind of just need the money. Everyone does. You've taken it all from everyone on the planet.
Right.
Look, everyone needs some money.
Look around your office space there and see how many homeless people are now working for you. Because they can't pay them anything.
Yeah.
Look at their clothes. They're not as sharp as they were a few months back.
No.
Their lifestyle has drastically dropped because everything else is being cut out of the budget.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is being cut out of the budget. I can't wait to talk openly. I mean, the one thing we obviously can say, because we've said it many, many times, Howard bitches and complains that he's been doing subpar radio for the last 10 years. In those same 10 years, Anthony and I made a name for ourselves.
Yeah.
We're not a one-trick pony. I mean, there'll be more said on Monday. All questions will be answered.
2 tricks.
But we'll get into it on Monday. Trust me.
Yeah.
Radio's not all about fart jokes and take off your top honey.
No, it's not. It's not about.
Someone out
every
there
day having strippers in, and
someone out there had no idea how to really adjust.
Let freedom ring, and let it be rung by a stripper. We get it. Is it really that entertaining every day to have strippers in and porn stars to do things? I mean, every fucking day, so you can justify people paying for a TV pay-per-view service that is nothing better than maybe softcore porn? I mean, really, think about it. If you got to do that to your listeners every day just so you can justify a pay-per-view service, are you really giving them entertaining radio, or are you compromising there? Give me a break.
All right, the audio continues here.
I was surprised. Like, I heard that there are other shows. There's one show in particular that we were talking about the other day.
Right.
That's in a smaller market and not on a morning drive. That's getting edited like crazy. And I was surprised they were still paying that much attention. I thought after you left, they'd sort of just...
No, the FCC's...
Revving up.
The FCC's revving up. But what's weird about it is, the weird thing about it is that the reason these guys were fired is because they did a promotion where people went into a church.
Here he goes.
By the way, listen.
Part of the agenda again. Part of the agenda again. He's got all this in his head. These are the things he wanted to get out. Trying to make it sound spontaneous.
The guy's track record speaks for itself, but now he's going to tell us what we did.
Yeah, we're the bad boys.
What we did was bad.
Bad boys.
I don't even have to list the shit he's done over the years. Yeah. But he's now going to tell us what we did was bad.
Yeah.
And the listeners buy into this, right?
Yeah. We know what we did.
They're not sitting there yelling at their radios going, but Howard, what about all the stuff you did?
A promotion where people went into a church and had sex. They desecrated a church. And what is odd about that is that, again, I told you, to Catholics, to people who practice Christianity, this is blasphemous. This is unforgivable. This is something that,
Look, I know the guy's Jewish. Perhaps he's not too up-to-date on Catholicism, but everything is forgivable. It's the Catholic Church. It's based on forgiveness. As long as you repent, you confess, you're forgiven. You're absolved. It's the whole basis for Christ dying on the cross. It's you get absolution, forgiveness. There's not something called unforgivable.
He's a year away from Scientology or
please,
or the yarn religion,
the yarn around the wrist religion.
Whatever that's
the
called.
The yarn religion.
The Catholic League news release from yesterday. In short, the Catholic League hopes Opie and Anthony have a great run on CBS Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like some people have forgiven.
Because there's forgiveness. That's what the religion is based on.
Practice Christianity. This is blasphemous. This is unforgivable. This is something that, despite the popularity that they had to fire these guys because it's blasphemy. You can't do it. I'm talking about, like, everyone from Bill O'Reilly to John Gibson who are screaming that Easter and Christmas has been taken away. The majority of the people in this country consider this a desecration of a church. Now you've got Sumner Murray Rothstein, a Jew, Joel Hollander, a Jew, Steve Lehrman, a Jew, who masterminded this Opie and Anthony thing. He tried it out with Fareed, if you remember. You've got, I think Leslie Moonves is a Jew.
Listen to Adolf Stern.
You've got 4 Jews ignoring...
Oh, shit, beats my Full House.
...the blasphemous act of sex in a church. And you don't think these religious people are going to not go berserk?
I'm all in with 4 Jews.
There is no way
oh my God, he's going all in.
It's staggering because the company had to say,
Full House, 3
we will
Muslims
never
and 2
hire
Baptists.
these guys
Damn
again.
it.
What they did was wrong. We don't agree with it.
And 2
Bill
of those
Gordon
guys
doesn't know he's got 4 Jews.
Were at the company when that happened. Les and Sumner Redstone were part of the company.
Sumner Murray Rothstein, who is Sumner Redstone's real name, he doesn't want you to know he's Jewish.
Oh.
You see, when you're a Jew who is given everything in life. Now, I grew up in a black community. I also grew up for 3 years, part of my years, in the heart of the Archdiocese, Rockville Center, New York, which is a hotbed of anti-Semitism. I mean, I think they're still preaching that the Jews killed Jesus, They haven't changed. And the fact of the matter, I mean, they still have a golf course there that barely lets any Jews in. I think they got 1 or 2.
Bushwood,
sir. So the fact of the matter is that I think that these guys underestimate what that means, especially Jews allowing this to pass.
Sorry we're boring you with this audio, by the way.
Gee.
Way to make things entertaining, Howard. Oh, my God, not a laugh to be had.
Howie.
Not a laugh to be had.
Howie Hitler.
Speaking of...
My goodness gracious. Let me tell you about the insidious Jew, Robin. The Jew is using the black man as a tool against white America.
No, the new voice is this.
Yeah, the casual.
These guys, let me tell you what these guys...
Is he crazy?
Guys,
is he trying...
Hey, you're hearing the stories.
That is... let me... yeah, I know. Let me explain what that was for those of you... I'm sure everybody
that
picked
are still
up on
listening
it.
to this crap.
I'm sure everyone picked up on it. That's his agenda again. He's trying to pit the Catholics against the Jews. So he thinks by pointing out what happened when we got fired 4 years ago at St. Pat's, by pointing that out, and then pointing out that we're being hired by Jews, that it's going to rally the Catholics against us and the Jews.
He's still trying to ruin our careers.
Right. This is a
nothing new with him.
This is a tactic which is Howard. It's not
just
gonna
stop.
work.
Let us do our thing. You do your thing. Stop trying to ruin our careers.
And this from a guy who tried to claim he was half Italian for his entire career. He's half Jewish, half Italian. Stop it.
Just stop. We do our thing. You do your thing. Okay?
Embrace your Judaism.
Just stop trying to ruin us. You've done it long enough. It shows how insecure you really are.
From XM's standpoint, I don't understand it. They don't have exclusive programming anymore. They don't have exclusive content. I think
and if you can get Opie and Anthony for free, why bother with XM?
Why bother? Giant commercial.
Where did she?
That's what they're hoping.
Has she had that affectation the whole time?
Well, speaking of XM, it was rated X in my bedroom last night.
Speaking of nothing to say.
Speaking of a black hole.
Fucking.
Oh, does she have nothing to contribute?
She is. She is so dumb. She's Captain Obvious.
Oof, stop it, Opie. Did you make that up? Captain Obvious?
She is Captain Obvious. She always takes the Captain Obvious approach on every single thing. Why don't you try to use that dumb brain of yours?
Robin Goebbels. Howard Hitler.
Obviously, if they could get the Opie and Anthony program for free, why would they subscribe to XM?
I don't understand why they even brought him over.
Well, maybe, Black Hole. That's not what's gonna happen.
Let me push my tits against this glass window, man, and you could titty fuck me. Oh, they're wild, those gals. Ugh.
I think
and if you can get Opie and Anthony for free, why bother with XM?
Maybe they feel it's going to be a giant commercial for XM.
Well, that's what they're hoping for.
Right.
So if that's a problem, why is it that Infinity's suing me? Or CBS, rather?
And I suppose with all the bleeps, they're figuring people will want to hear Opie and Anthony without the bleeps, and they'll pay for that?
I don't know.
No one's going to pay for shit. I just tell you that. Only thing I wanted to ask you.
So I don't know. I mean, do I feel competitive in that, oh, my God, they're taking over my slot? No. I held that morning slot and created syndication and a bunch of other things for 25 years.
Did a lot of great
CBS.
stuff for radio.
Well, 25 years, 20 for
Never
CBS.
deny it.
And I'm done with that now. I'm on to a new phase of my career. I'm into promoting satellite. I have never been happier professionally.
And it's kicking ass, too, man. So.
You know, I mean,
take a deal where they said, all right,
no,
Howard, we
absolutely
want
not.
to put you on...
$1
billion.
Well, that's my point. Every one of these jackass wannabes, they would never have pioneered a goddamn thing.
Hey,
but they all
easy. Settle down. Settle down.
She says the
Never would
word
have pioneered a goddamn thing.
When we came to XM, we were called the pioneers of satellite radio,
and we dressed the part. We came riding up on a Conestoga wagon. We panned for gold out on 57th. It was wonderful.
We keep to the facts. They wrote about it as we're pioneering satellite radio. We did it before Howard did.
But we waited, remember, until he got on so we could know what to do.
Yeah, so we had
as per hole.
As per the black hole, she said, yeah. We actually sat here just kind of looking at each other, whistling like, well...
What do you want to do, Opie?
Well, any day now, he'll be on satellite, and then we'll know what to do.
What's the date? Oh, we only got a year to sit here and do nothing.
All right, a year of just sitting here looking at each other.
Okay. I wish he was coming sooner than a year.
Right.
How can we fake doing a show for a year?
I don't know, Anthony, but we'll try. We'll try.
Boy. What time is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, I wish you would get here sooner.
Oh, hurry, Howie.
We don't know what to do.
It's delusion. Pure delusional madness over there.
And speaking of pioneers...
I had come in here last night.
It looks like Opie and Anthony will be pioneers once again.
Oh, I don't understand what they did before you got
it sounds like they're going to do something that has never been done before.
Right.
You ass.
We went from regular radio to satellite, back to regular. And now the whole thing, we're going to put back on satellite so it can be sold to regular radio. Let's do it 18 times and see what it sounds like at the end. Just static.
Said, all right,
no,
Howard, we
absolutely
want to
not.
put you on...
No.
Well, that's my point. Every one of these jackass wannabes, they would never have pioneered a goddamn thing. But they all want to say they're you.
And by the way...
But who is it a victory for? I mean, XM loses, Joel Hollander will be out of a job soon. I mean, it's...
he must be running around like...
He's desperate.
Every article saying how this is a win for everybody, by the way.
There hasn't been one in industry
article.
One industry insider or one industry paper, the trade magazines, that have said that this was a bad move for anyone involved. You know, if it happens.
Howie, I mean...
You know,
I'm sure
if it ever came to pass.
Howie, I'm sure your therapist would agree with us. Just admit it's a good move.
Come on.
Just admit it. You know it's a good move. You know it's a great move.
Howard, why can't you just admit that this is a good move? Why do you sit in your studio saying that this isn't a good move for them. You're just building up anger inside of you. Dr. Melfi, I don't care. I don't care. That's it. Use your relaxation techniques, Howard. But you have to admit it is a good move. No, it's not, and I don't care. Oh, our time is up. I have an appointment with a Mr. Delabate is coming in next. He's more angry than you. And then I have to speak to something called the Hole. She's coming in. Stop it.
Joel Hollander will be out of a job soon. I mean, it's...
he must be running around like
he's desperate.
On
First of all, what does it say to the people in the company? You know, you got Lycus.
We don't know what we're doing.
You got Don and Mike. You got Kid Chris now. You got all these guys. Radio Chick. You got all these guys, these people working for the company.
Everyone that
None of them could have gone into the morning. Booker couldn't have gone in the morning and done his impression of me.
Nobody who's currently doing radio apparently can do radio.
Right. It's such a horseshit. Now, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing you got to mix into the equation, because I'm a pretty good student of radio.
Are you?
Why is it that these other companies aren't putting on better morning radio shows on terrestrial radio? Like, why doesn't, like Kevin and Bean are on in L.A., why Adam Carolla is doing terrible in L.A. against
they
them.
could get Rick Dees out of retirement.
Well, that Rick Dees wouldn't, you know, in this genre of radio, the Howard Stern imitation radio. Like, why not just get a bunch of Howard Stern imitators on another channel and just crush? Who, you know, you could easily crush Opie and Anthony because they have to do a watered down show now. So why wouldn't you do that?
But you said you were a student of radio.
But wouldn't anybody going against us have to do with this watered-down
radio show?
Haven't we proven that we can do FCC-friendly radio and get ratings?
By the way, for a lot of the people that are just scared shitless out of there, today's show, yesterday's show, without the fucks, could be on regular radio.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Entirely.
Relax, okay?
Entirely.
You fucking assholes.
There's a lot more to this, and we'll answer all questions on Monday.
And if it was...
But he's a student of radio, so...
He'll be saying fuck.
So yeah. Well, in another hour.
No. I mean, we've been saying fuck for an hour.
Yeah, well... Oh, wait, we have been saying fuck for... You're right, Anthony, I'm sorry. You're right, we have been saying fuck for an hour. Okay.
And I'm just stating what we've been doing.
And, you know, if we feel like it, we could say fuck for another 2 hours.
If we wanted to.
Yeah, if we wanted to. If the listeners were nice to us.
You better be nice to us. I'll send you to the cornfield. Little bastards.
Howard actually said he's a student of radio and then had
Why wouldn't he say he was the teacher of radio?
The worst explanation there.
That meant nothing.
He wants everyone to kick our ass because he just hates us. For what reason, to this day, we really don't know. It all started with us goofing on him, and it escalated from there, okay? Mm-hmm. We gave him his props. We did all that bullshit. Blah, 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 because that's what you have to do. You have to lick Howard's ass. So he said the way to defeat Opie and Anthony is to put Howard Stern imitators up against us because we'll be doing a watered-down show, and then they will beat us. But they're doing a watered-down show as well.
But then...
Right?
Yeah, it made no sense. It was what you're trying to say. It made no sense.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I told you I had a friend that called me that had been offered to do work on the David Lee Roth show. He worked at, and he said, do you think I should do it? I said, aside from everything else, I said, I don't think it's going to last that long. And he's like, no. I sat down with him, and they guarantee in 3 years they're sticking with it.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Well, Joel panicked. I mean, he's the laughing stock of the radio industry. Doesn't know what to do. And now he's like, oh, my God, please. It's almost like Opie and Anthony made them their bitches. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they somehow regained control.
Yeah. So, hey, I wish him luck.
All right.
Thank you, Howard Stern, for that wish of luck.
Thank you, Howie. Either way, we know we're going to have just a good old time. And that's what we do. We have fun on the radio still. There's a lot more, but, I mean, you get the point. There's another 4 or 5 tracks, but... Quite honestly, he's boring me to death with his delivery.
Oh, I know. Stop. Isn't there a great Van Halen song that Sammy Hagar sings? It's called The Best of Both Worlds. I remember that. Yeah, it's a good song.
Hi, Patrice. How's the oxycontin?
Patrice O'Neill.
Patrice is
in
I should
studio.
have just slept on the floor, nigga. I was trying to stay out. I was
That's
fucking.
all right. We were
you
taking
slept.
a. We
Not
were
that
taking
the
a
show
little
was just.
It's a weird day.
conversation
It's
break.
a weird day for you to be here. We're not doing a regular show. It's just it's
How
just.
come Ben didn't know to just call? Shit, I was thinking about calling in sick.
Calling in sick
to the radio.
You're part of this project, you know.
Yeah, so
you're part of this project.
I don't even know what fucking project you're talking about, you sneaky motherfuckers. Fuck you. Every day Opie goes, hey man, let me tell you something, man. ELO, hey, yeah,
likes you.
There's a project.
He likes you.
All right,
Elo, call right now and tell Patrice yourself. He might be in some high-powered meetings, to be honest with you.
Right, Patrice, Master like you. And someday you going to be in the house. I'm going to call you get up to the house.
Part of what, motherfucker? I don't even know what's going on.
I'm calling you out on this, though, because, you know, you give this aura of I don't give a shit, right? As we went to break, I told you, like, this thing's happening. It's pretty good, you know. It's look it up, and you go, well, should I call him or should I go through you?
Shut the fuck up, first of all, Captain Honesty, since everybody's a captain. I only said that's the first time I said. Opie has been saying since prehistoric times, listen, man, Elo loves you.
General exaggeration.
Elo.
A couple of skiddly dudes.
Yeah.
And then I said today, what should I... Is he going to call me, or am I going to do it through you?
How's that work?
I don't know what that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it
Don't
works.
let that shake you, Patrice, because I don't talk to any of those people.
I don't know how it works.
Unless something's going on.
Patrice, Elo is going to talk to you in the near future, yes.
All right. I'm not... Don't try to make me out to be Mr. Fat Excited. I'm just like, what's going on?
There's no real date. In the coming future, you will get a phone call.
But just like this thing today, it's like people... listening got to understand nobody, like, I don't even know if anybody knows. I'm sitting there going, I have no
clue.
Like, I don't even know what questions to ask. I'll give an answer question and go, like, I want to ask all type of shit. I want to ask, okay, let me do the fake ask, but I'm not asking. Did, before Mr. Lee Roth was removed, was this supposed move... a supposed move before David Lee Roth even existed?
Zip it. There is no answer to that. That could ever possibly be given, and none should ever be given.
Just give me those fucking eyes.
See
those eyes?
Don't.
Those beautiful eyes turned into shark's eyes just now, black and evil.
Turn the mics off.
Hold on, but you just look like that animal that gets grabbed by the skunk.
Yeah,
hugs by the skunk.
Yeah.
What is it, Pepe? What's that old cartoon, yo?
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, you have those eyes like, what the fuck is he saying? What's going on?
Are you insane?
All right, should I turn off the mics?
Just so I can tell Patrice something real quick.
But can we get some hold music or something going on?
Yeah, we got some
elevator music.
Derek's got it.
Yeah, but we don't know where.
Where is it?
Here you go. Oh, yeah, it's right in front of me.
And here's how fucked up life is.
Hey, we're turning off the mic.
Wait, before you turn off the mic, let me just say that here's how unfriendly motherfuckers are. Motherfuckers will not wait to the end to go, hey, Patrice, the show is over. Niggas are on their... motherfuckers spread out like roaches at the end of the show. What the Pac-Man music comes on, and it's like, thank you, we're out. Hey, listen, go fuck yourself. So you rather during the show turn off the mics to tell me some shit that a fucking pseudo friend could say to a nigga after the fucking show.
Yeah, we'll be out here at 11:01.
No phone call, there's 20 more hours in the fucking day that you would rather. The only interaction we have is during the radio. That's it.
All right, stop.
I wish I could call you from my house to tell you about my oxy shit, but nobody gives a fuck. You motherfuckers are awful.
Beast is awake.
Hey, turn the mic.
The beast has awoken.
That's what I was just thinking. Because I'm sitting there going,
He's had it.
When,
like Mount Vesuvius.
When the Stern thing goes down, it's like it's nothing, because it's such a background with you motherfuckers. Y'all hate each other. So I go, okay, it's just, I'll get up if somebody goes, and that fat fucking asshole, they got it. As soon as I'm waiting to hear that so I can have an excuse to say something. So I'm like, all right, we're like, but I know nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
And by knowing nothing, you have music. Music.
I want to comment about what he just said. We went out to dinner once. I gave you a little time outside this fake friendship 4-hour thing.
This motherfucker's like, hey, listen, stop the radio show so we can be friends for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I call the motherfucker at 12. Anthony be like, huh, nigga, what? Hey, Anthony, hey, man, that oxy powder. Shut the fuck up.
You just make sure you're in that studio tomorrow morning at 7.
Nigga, get here at 6:30 and shut the fuck up.
Patrice, what? Why are you calling me?
Hey, man, I was fucked up about Mandisa, huh? Nigga!
What time is it?
Fuck you calling me for? Hey, Ben. Yeah, Patrice.
How'd you get this number?
Hey, Ben. Yeah, man. Hey, what's going on? I don't know.
You should get us back and invite us on, not invite us on the actual show, but invite us to the taping of Web Junk 20 just so you can say, hey, man, I'm too busy to talk right now. I got writers meetings and...
Let me cancel. Listen, everybody, shut down the whole thing so I can talk to my friends. We're not friends unless something's going on. That's what back in Tough Crowd is the only time you talk. Hey, man, how you guys doing? Tough Crowd's going on. Outside the thing, you get out, you just,
Nothing.
Yeah, I remember one day I saw you on West 4th with fucking Big Kev and your girl, and we tried to talk.
And it was the most awkward thing, right?
It was like, hey, man, how you doing? Hey. It's like, you had just, I think you was ill at that time. You had just recovered. A cold, as they say. You had you had a cold recover from a bad cold.
Stent in for.
And I'm like, what's happening, man? Like, I didn't realize that was like something you never talked about. Like, I had to, like, one day come on and I'm like, hey, man, I heard about this such and such. Like, what the fuck?
I've commiserated with Bethy.
People know I've been to jail and almost got raped at a rest stop, and we don't know that you had a fucking coronary, motherfucker? Why not?
That's some blockage. What a stent put in.
Sneaky bastards.
Who hasn't?
Both of you niggas are sneaky in love. Both of you niggas are sneaky ill. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Fucking 3 years ago.
Patrice has awoken.
I'm just like, what the fuck is
Do you remember the
secret niggas? Who even knows anything on this show?
Remember when we went to the fake, the Rich Voss fake, he gives a shit about his friend's steak dinner before he got married thing?
Oh, and it was all about him filming his reality show pilot?
And that's what it was.
And it was Patrice and I sat right next to each other and had steak, and you're like, man, you're uncomfortable in your skin when you're not in that studio.
It was so, I didn't even, and I'm wise enough to know not to. That's why when Dennis Leary called that day, Dennis Leary really does take care of me. He'll just throw shit my way. But Pat, it's like he likes you, but he has to like you in context of business. It's just no way to like you go, hey, because Opie he'll get this thing where he gets human for like a second, and he will feel like, wait a minute, I'm feeling like, because he'll get like a just a drop of conscience where you go, man, this motherfucker gets up he's really, he's doing, Patrice does a good job for us. I'm just letting everybody know. And you go and go, hey, man.
And then I close the shutters back down. I open the shutters like that.
And they come down.
So,
insert another quarter for a human contact.
I know, because Anthony you're not the guy going, you're just doing your show and then you leave. You put your snorkel coat on and you're out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But Opal will look at you and then he'll go, hey, man, good job. Hey, listen, Elo loves you, dude. And he thinks I'm going, I don't care, but as soon as you go,
I want you to care, that's all.
Hey, Opie, see how you got me today? This is the first time I ever said, well, look, because he always goes, hey, look, what about the Black Phillip? Hey, man, what's going on with the Black Phillip? I don't ever want to go, what's going on with Black Phillip?
Right.
Because it's just like, don't you ever ask me what the fuck is going on with Black Phillip. Like, I just sit here and I go, okay, dude, I like doing radio.
We really want to develop that now. We think there's something there. We think there's something there with you and this channel.
I'm serious. But the response to that is, all right. Like, I can't go past that.
No, honestly, though, I'll be...
Because at the end of the show, when the Pac-Man music comes, I'm going to go,
I gotta tell you.
So you got to go, hey, man, what?
I got to tell you,
man, don't talk to
without saying a lot of things, Eric Logan has been beyond busy since you started that show. It's not the big priority.
Yeah, of course not.
That's the only reason.
But that's why
it should have been done by now. To be honest with you,
but that's why I never say it. It's like I know things like that, so it's like I go, okay, cool. But it might be like, oh, he doesn't give a fuck, so I'm not worried about it. But I'm like, nigga, give me the Black Phillip shit. But you don't want to go. You don't want to extend yourself inside because it's.
And you're doing it tomorrow night, by the way, right?
Yeah.
8 to 10.
Because the Black Phillip show is thing. When we was talking, it's Opie's idea. So it's like, okay, fuck it. So I don't want to go, hey, motherfucker, where's my idea, nigga?
No, we saw the angle. We saw the angle and said, we got to do this.
Shit, I'm definitely with that. But, like, you motherfucker, it's like you don't know. I don't know what's going on with this shit.
Well, why don't you ask the man?
Who's this?
Hi, Patrice.
Who's this, Eric Logan?
No, it's the imposter.
Elo, what's up, man?
First of all...
Why is it always uncomfortable silence with white guys and business white guys?
I got
spit it out, man.
You get really uncomfortable. What is the story?
Elo is fake corporate guy.
Is he fake corporate guy?
He's a
I thought he's a fucking... He's 17. He really
No,
bugs me. He's the
listen.
LeBron James of white people.
He's one of the smartest guys I've ever worked with.
Right.
And I'm not kissing his ass because he's on the phone, but he's also a fake corporate guy. He plays the part very well. He's a good actor.
Right.
When he's not...
As I'm sporting today in my blue jeans and my green Opie and Anthony T-shirt, we're walking around the building today.
It's dress down day today.
Yeah, it's casual.
Hawaiian shirt day.
Oof.
Hey, is there room on that shirt for more logos?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's gonna look like a NASCAR racing outfit.
And trust me, hey, Elo, your name comes to my ears because it's like, Opie will go, hey, man, Elo and the guys in Washington. Like, I go, thanks.
You know what?
I go, thanks.
All right, fuck going through the interpreter, okay? Yeah. Eric Logan, tell him what you tell me.
About the show?
Just about him in general and how
But leave out the N-word.
No, leave out the fact he said, that nigga. Leave out that.
Well, I mean, I have some health concerns for you. I want to make sure you have a long, healthy life. But other than that, I think the show's great. I mean, I've been talking to Opie about this how long? A couple of days.
Oh, gee. Come on now.
I told you.
See the bullshit? I'm feeling it now.
I understand that shit. I told you, man.
Patrice, I am feeling what you're saying now.
I've been around, and it's like you understand. You don't want it. That's why I don't say nothing because Opie thinks I'm being super cool, man, about shit. But he goes, hey, man, Elo and guys in Washington said they love you. And I go, well, pow, baby, right back at you. As far as I know, I'm walking next to Anthony with a snorkel coat on and going to sleep. I'm feeding my fish, fucking my girl, and can't get in touch with Opie when hey, Opie, text message, Black Phillip, ? Nigga, please, don't bug me.
You get no reply.
I can only work on one thing at a time, Patrice.
That's what I was trying to explain.
It's fine, dude. I don't get... Look, man.
You're first of all, you're lying. You do care. That's why we're...
All right, exactly. That's right. I don't care. I don't care. You're fired. But I mean, I don't care. Not in a fuck you way, but... I just like doing this shit. I just like coming in.
So let me ask you. Let's talk about it right now. So how many nights a week, or days a week, or how much time would you be willing to commit to something that you don't care about?
But see, don't put me in a funny spot, nigga.
Well, no. Hey, listen. You called me out of a meeting. I was in a meeting working on a thing.
Who called you out of a meeting?
You did, Patrice. What? You told me to call Eric Logan and
fuck you, nigga. No, I did. I did.
This could be the worst job interview I've ever heard.
I didn't call you out of a meeting.
I'll interview you right now. Let's do the deal.
This is the worst job. This is a how not to get a job. Do not call the boss a nigger. Do not say, yo, motherfucker.
I'm just sitting there on the radio. I was asleep 2 seconds ago. And then
wait a minute.
Interview. I don't know how long I'm going to do this shit.
If you're interviewing with the boss, you shouldn't admit that you actually sleep on the job.
Oh, my God.
This is the God's honest truth, by the way. We got pictures.
I fell asleep on the floor. I woke up, and I lost my...
Thank God you're a comedian. Thank God. I could not see you work for anybody but yourself.
All right, Elo, what?
Oh, is that funny?
So, Patrice, I won't check your references. I mean, are there any references we could check then?
Yeah, Black Phillip. The
right,
2 shows. That's the only thing.
The resume stuffer?
It was audition. That's the only radio audition.
It was really good. People loved it.
The show's on this and whatever.
Typically, when we do like radio show negotiations, I kind of like to know how much time you have to commit to a project.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking 1 day. 3 hours of goddamn,
okay.
3 hours of 1 week.
Okay. We're making progress now. We're moving forward.
Yes.
what day do you like?
I'm looking at Tuesdays.
You like
I'm
Tuesdays.
looking at Wednesdays. I'm looking at Sunday. I'm looking at... Nigga, what am I looking at, Opie?
Monday.
Negotiate it. Talk to my lawyer, Opie. Mondays.
Monday night.
Monday nights.
It should
Monday
be on,
night.
Hold on.
Right?
The type of program he does should be on the weekend or Sunday night, but the problem is, he will do his touring and stuff, so that's a little rough.
I know, but actually, the type of program that he did on the weekends for us, which was fantastic, should actually be done like on Thursday night, because it's directions about how to survive the weekend with your women and what you should do.
Wow, see?
Genius move.
That's why he's got that gig.
Thursday sounds good to me.
He just trumped
He
me.
just earned his suit right there.
Thursdays sound good to me.
Thursday
So
night.
you like Thursday night?
Thursday sounds excellent.
All right, now how do you feel about the show being live or taped?
Live.
No, it has to be live.
Yeah,
It has to be live.
Taking
Well,
the
it doesn't have to be
calls.
live. We can tape the calls.
No, it has to be live.
There's a live feeling to it.
That live feel, you kind of know when you're on tape. You don't want to do a taped thing.
Yeah.
So you want to do it? So we have a Thursday night live show call-in.
Yes.
Now, you like 3 hours? Do that? You want to have like a half-hour prep before and do 2 hours on the air? Do you want to do 3 hours on the air?
I think I've done 2 hours pretty they went by pretty fast. I think I can go 3 hours.
You want to go 3 hours?
Yeah.
Bob Eatman's on the phone. He wants to take over negotiations for Patrice O'Neill.
No shit. Expect that call. Jesus, Bob. Stop spreading yourself so thin.
That's why I'm working fast here.
Yeah, you're working fast, all right. Look at him move. I mean, this should take like 18 months to get this one drawn up.
This is so fucking...
By Patrice O'Neill. What did you mean by the word O'Neill? Let's get the lawyers involved.
Which goes to show you why a lot of motherfuckers go bridge burning. I have meetings just like this. Like, conversation. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Did he just call me nigger? Okay, I think the meeting's over.
Because I want to go look. Because you learn these things. Like, you go, man, Eric's cool. I don't want to negotiate with this motherfucker like it's like, look, you like me? I want to do the shit. Be fair. Just telling me.
You're a little boy.
A little boy.
You're a little boy.
But listen, Mr. Goddamn refrigerator repairman yesterday. Fuck you. Trying to make me out to be.
Go back to bed, Patrice.
You assholes, man. What's wrong with you niggas?
All right, let's go. It's back to Eric Logan. We're
yes.
on to something
Thursdays,
here.
3 hours on Thursdays, Eric.
3 hours on Thursdays, right?
3 hours on Thursdays, yes. Blackfield relationship show.
Now, here's the things you got to think about. You got to think about the time, because remember, if you do it at 7 o'clock on the East Coast, it's really 4 o'clock on the West Coast. So is that too early for the West Coast?
Oh, I see.
But that's drive time, though, right?
Yeah. Well, then you're going to have a conversation with Opie and Anthony about them coming off drive time, which I'll let you work out with Opie.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
So can it go 9 to 12 on a Thursday, or that's too late?
9 to 12 is 6 to 9 on the West Coast. That feels kind of right to me.
9 to 12 is.
But we want to check with Opie and Anthony to see how they feel about
and
that.
And then if I got to go somewhere Friday, I can go.
I don't care. Ain't I home by then?
Yeah, but nobody on the West Coast is home. You're giving up.
No, I'm talking me personally. I can give a shit.
You gotta.
Once I'm home.
Yeah, Elo, you gotta understand. This is really has nothing to do.
I listen.
If I call Anthony and go, man, what do you really think, Anthony? Give me some advice. Nigga, are you calling me at home? Let me turn off the radio show and talk to you about it during the radio.
Yeah, let me do that.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like. This thing was always going through Opie, so now it's like, okay, you have to make a decision on Thursday 9 to 12, which sounds good to me. East Coast people stay up that late to, do what they do. Anyway, East Coast is late people.
Right.
So 6 to 9 for West Coast is a good time for them because they sleep.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They don't hang out till fucking 1 in the morning. People in New York hang out till 1 in the morning. Can hang out and talk shit. So sounds good to me. And then Fridays.
So you don't have comedy gigs on Thursday. So Thursday nights you can commit 9 to midnight for how many weeks out of the year? Is this a 50-week deal we're doing here? We're doing.
Yeah, this is every week. This is
52 weeks a year.
You want to
No
do 52 weeks,
no
definitely?
vacation,
I could do,
no
I could do 52 weeks, and at the same time, you're helping me out because I don't like to do Thursdays when I do gigs. But I wouldn't have to if I had my own radio show. I can just go, look, I'm only going to do Friday and Saturday, and I can pump my own show on my show and then do that.
Patrice.
Oh, no, that changes the economics.
Hold on, Elo, hold on. You just negotiated yourself out of vacation time.
Oh, did I?
You just
No, I was Elo. I was going to ask him what he was going to do on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what are you going to do on Thanksgiving?
Holidays and vacation, you just negotiate. I'll be here every week, sir.
Is that how it goes?
My client, Patrice, will be taking 4 weeks off a year.
4 weeks a year and paid holidays when they fall on that Thursday.
That's right, and he wants his birthday off.
So Thanksgiving, you're good every year. It's Thursday, right?
And you're allowed.
But he's But see, the problem, he's already committed 52 weeks to me, which means I get 52 shows. So some weeks he's going to have to double up to make up for the difference.
Opie and Anthony will be the sole syndicators of the program also. So if somebody else wants to pick up his show, he gets to syndicate through the Opie and Anthony radio network.
Great. So it's another thing.
Which we will take 50% of the proceeds.
I know how silly this is, and you gotta understand, fellas. This negotiation right here. This is the reason I have a army of Jews. Now, this is why
army.
I do not do my own negotiation. There'll be a lot of stuff in the meetings with some Jews as this goes down. Where Eric will go, well, he said this. I go, I don't remember that. I was playing.
Patrice will open the door. Havana, Gila, Havana. They all come in.
I come in with a yarmulke.
What did this stupid Schwarzer say? Oy vey, you're giving away the store.
I'm down though, Eric. I'm down, man.
This is a great opportunity for you.
I'm down.
This is a terrific
All right,
opportunity.
52 weeks a year. We got it. Okay. Now, what about your production staff? I mean, so you're going to cover those expenses for the production staff?
Well, I actually wanted to snatch these guys. They're good for me. The guys.
So our fee. So we'll just pay you a fee, and then you'll pay them their fee.
And my co-host, right?
And you'll pay your co-host, right? So our fee that we pay you, you'll just pay for them.
You got to pay your staff.
So you're going to
out of your cut.
Your own show.
No, I don't want to. I didn't say that.
You just said that.
But I want to pay my staff.
You just agreed to paying your staff out of your cut.
No, I didn't.
You just said.
Elo.
No.
Where's the money coming from for his staff?
As I said, and he agreed. I will pay you. You'll pay your staff.
Well,
that's what you just said. I pay you.
I'll negotiate an amount then, right?
Well, now you got to negotiate more money because you got to pay your staff.
Yeah, I want to pay my staff and my co-host.
Good thing you didn't do the money first and then have him come across with that.
Right,
but I want to go back to this thing about him saying he's going to use 3 hours on the XM platform to plug his other shows because, see, now that is barter and trade. So I need to.
But that's not.
$500 million lawsuit coming up.
Is that how it's done?
I don't know.
Look at this motherfucker's gonna out-negotiate me. I'm gonna be laying on the ground like Jason Part 9 when he's boiled down to his little boy phase when he comes out the water. I can't fucking all this shit is law shit. I'm just going, man, be fair, nigga. But it ain't like that. So I gotta put my Jews on speed dial.
You have to get your Jews.
I'm trying my best, but this is
get your Jews because you know something. There ain't no noose or a tree. But don't think it ain't going on.
As long as
I'm feeling it.
And Elo, I like you, but when I put the Jews on it, this is nothing personal, right?
It won't be the first time I've seen him.
Okay, good enough. That's fair. I'm down. So on a personal level,
you need some help because this is like Muhammad Ali boxing Chuck Webner.
Aren't you watching this? Just going, what's he doing? Like I'm seeing him making mistakes.
But Anthony, can you for 5 seconds remember that you fixed the coil in 1996?
It's a vague memory.
And that that Opie was doing that to you and they're going, you stupid fucking
Ixnay on the right.
Ixnay on the something, man.
Yeah.
And you know what the
fuck? You live and learn.
Yeah,
you do.
You learn this stuff. He's like, so if I open my big, I'm sitting there going, oh yay, you doing me a favor by cutting out.
I'll tell you one thing I never did ever.
What?
Was negotiate a deal live on the radio without representation.
That was your first mistake.
Because I'm sure there is a lovely digital copy in all its pureness of this discussion.
All this is really is a digital verbal handshake.
There you go.
You have no idea what you just agreed to.
You're obligated now.
What, a digital verbal one?
He's going to sue you for damages.
By the way, there's things called oral contracts. We
right.
the one.
I'm in distress. I got diabetes. My head ain't clear.
Right. Very good.
And you haven't pooped.
I haven't went to the bathroom. Oxy powder all in my
right.
Oxy's all dripping in my colon. I don't know shit, Eric.
Hey, Patrice?
Yeah.
I think we should be friends.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Opie's reaching out.
I'm reaching out.
Okay, till tomorrow.
No, I think we're going to be friends. Let's go see a movie or something. Have you seen Scary Movie 4 yet? I want to see that.
I saw it the other day. I got cut out of that. I was supposed to be in it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I got cut out of it.
Oh, shit.
I got cut right out of it,
Right
which
the
wasn't
fuck
a
out.
super bad thing.
How do you get cut out? Aren't
Is
all
the
the
movie
jokes
bad?
like...
It's maybe
Making money.
the third or fourth. I don't want to disrespect because the people like me, but it could be.
Could have been better.
Patrice, what if we did this? What if I represented you and I negotiated with XM?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's something you never want to hear.
Why? Aren't you XM?
Well, I can remove myself from this equation.
Oh.
So listen, I already got.
By the way,
I already have a few
Hold
of
on,
the
hold on,
chosen
hold on.
people in place.
Hold on. Eric Logan is obviously joking there, but it reminds me of Bruce Mittman in Boston. we were starting to get some popularity, and Ant and I are looking at each other like, we're making no money. Ant was living at a chicken farm.
I was living in an apartment building with Brazilians that owned chickens. Chicken farm.
Where the kids were like using the...
Was you a cockfighting referee?
I'm in a chicken farm.
The kids would use the potholes as a pool.
Right.
This is how poor the place was that he lived in.
Yeah, when it rained, the little Brazilian kids would come out in the big potholes in the parking lot and play like it was a pool.
This is when you was on the radio?
In Boston.
In Boston.
With your wife?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Patrice, remember, I don't know why I would say that, but in some of these apartment complexes, you got shared space.
Mm-hmm.
These people would take it upon themselves to take the shared space and make it their space so they can raise chickens.
You get patios. You know the patio with the wrought iron little fence around it in the back of an apartment building? You got to put your little hibachi on? Well, these guys would go over the patio and fence it off with chicken wire and
all the way
load
to the
chickens
woods.
in. And load chickens in. And you'd hear, and they'd have chicken barbecue.
Anyway.
They'd just cut the chicken up right there.
So we were in no shape financially whatsoever, and we're doing great for Boston AF and Boston radio in general. We're blowing up, and so we start hinting that we maybe need an agent because it was negotiation time.
Yeah.
And the Chinese restaurant thing that we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
And Bruce Mittman, who was the general manager of WAF, he ran the whole show for that radio station, actually said to us that we don't need an agent. He'll negotiate the deal for us. And we're like, but we're negotiating against you.
Right. But it's you. You're the guy.
So as Eric Logan said,
well,
that as a
who
joke,
knows
right?
me better than me?
As he says
I'll
that
cut
as,
myself with my deal.
I will outwit myself.
This actually happened to us. I'm like, but you're the guy we're trying to get more money from.
I am dumb, but I ain't stupid.
Look how it ended. It worked out well for us.
Guys, I was trying to screw you over, but I picked up on it.
I just realized that I am a hardcore bastard.
I'm hot. This is going to go on for quite a while, boys.
So Bruce, when is this deal going to be signed? You know, I'm not done arguing with myself.
I'm not done arguing. We're stuck on something I believe could be a deal breaker, boy. And I'm not budging on it, but I think I could get me to budge.
And I gotta admit, this negotiation is getting personal. I just told myself that I was a midget, and I wasn't happy that I actually told myself I'm a midget, so I'm fighting back.
Fucking Brucey, man.
Fucking actually thought that would fly.
How do you not love that guy?
Guys.
How do you not love a guy with a set of balls like Brucey Mittman?
Holy shit.
I got really blindsided with big business.
Big guy in a suit on the phone.
I just saw the Enron tapes and thought I knew about business. Patrice. Motherfuckers like, and then you go, hey man, we get the syndication. I'm sitting there going, I really do feel like I should have been oiled down and a motherfucker should have been selling me.
Forget about it.
I'm going to step out of my role on the show.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there he goes. He actually stepped. Okay.
I do believe that you're very talented, and it's just time to make you a part of this fine channel.
All right.
And I think you having a show every week would be terrific for everybody involved.
Yes.
And also with Jimmy blowing up in Hollywood, and he's going to have to, film a second season of Lucky Louie. We want to make you happy as you sit there.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. So it's up to Eric Logan to do the right thing.
Yeah. Make the deal. Somehow.
So I guess I'm not the. So am I to understand I'm not the agent now? It sounds like I'm not the agent.
No, you cannot
Something just
be
went
the
horribly
agent.
wrong.
Yeah, you can't.
That's ridiculous.
I just stepped back into my role on the show.
I saw you took the step.
There'll be some motherfucking old school Moses Jews from Jerusalem coming to life. If
You
I did
need some representation,
Oh, yeah, they get it.
or else you're gonna look like you're in a bathroom with a lacrosse team.
That's exactly. I just
Yeah.
do things like that. Like I told you, the Spike Lee situation. It's just like, what? Why would you call? It's like if see what just happened just now.
Yep.
If I said, okay, talk to my people, and Eric was like, hey, look, man, come on, we talk, Patrice. I know
No,
you.
can't.
Come on, let's just talk. It's like, let's talk about life. Let's talk about art, but do not talk business with me.
You and I can just work this out together.
See, when you hear that,
Yeah,
run.
right.
Here's what you do. You do give a little self-deprecation. You go like, hey, Eric, I would love to discuss this, but I'm just not savvy enough, and I've been instructed that maybe somebody else should handle these affairs for me
Did
to
you
protect
say,
myself.
Did you say pretend to say that?
Or Patrice, or you can give me the line that Anthony gives me, which is like, I'm only one half of the equation.
That's what I say. I've actually used, I am but a small cog.
Yeah, actually, that was the one I got the other night.
Last night, I think I gave Elo that one. Yeah. I am but a small cog in this machine, Elo.
You have made what's the name for that sign?
Ampersand.
The
ampersand.
You made the ampersand worth millions with that move right there. That ampersand is worth. It's like, look, man. Hey, don't you know? It's Opie and Anthony.
By the way,
I'm sorry, I can't talk.
By the way, I got to tell you this also. I only passed that off to Opie because I knew he was asleep and had his phone off.
By the way, I'm back in my role on the show.
Oh. Right.
I don't have time to see a movie anytime soon.
Do you know what we have going on? Are you insane?
Do you actually think I could see a movie with you anytime soon?
You got time to take a piss.
Do you think that I get set up by Opie's in and out of humanity?
He's the only one that has called me out on it.
I will never get it.
Everyone else, like Bob Kelly, will sit here and go, but he was my friend. But what happened? Like, he can't figure it out. Like, he's but when the mics aren't on, he actually. But what? You're the only one that will call me out on it.
Opie goes, hey, dude, let me tell you something. I see you having. Let me tell you something. XM 203 is in your future. That will be called the O'Neill Network. I go, yeah, man, skilly bow. He goes, what's the matter with this guy? He just looks. I know tomorrow. It's like, I just wait. That's what every time Opie goes. But Elo, I'm telling you, dude. When he says that, I go, okay. Today I said, so should I, I mean, is he going to call or should I talk? And he turned it into this. He turned it into bad Negro negotiations. There are black lawyers and this NAACP is going, this dumb nigga, I'm going to get a call from
They are
Barack
on their
Obama
way. The
saying, what the fuck
NAACP
is wrong with you?
They got like a car with a siren on it right now, blazing down to this location.
Negotiate with white men.
Shut the fuck up!
And saying how I'm going to go get my Jews to help me. I really am the Terrell Owens of third mics.
Excuse me, but there's a positive phone call coming in for me. Timmy in Boston.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
I wanted just to say that Opie, who used to not be the funniest guy on the show, over the last week or whatever, has been very, very fucking funny.
Tell my boss he's on with you right now.
Well, that's why I wanted to call in, because with the whole Bruce Mittman thing, when you were saying I'm going to negotiate with myself and all that stuff, it was very fun.
You got out of him what you needed.
That was a very fun thing to do, though, man.
Yeah. So, Patrice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got to wrap up because they're saying we got to take a break, a really long break or so.
So, Patrice, I just want to recap the deal as it currently stands, because it's very important in negotiations, so you always know where we stand, right?
Go ahead.
All right, you've agreed to a show on Thursday nights from 9 p.m.
That is a definite agreement.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
good. There's no definite. We've already agreed this. We have tape of you saying yes to all these.
It's like a contract.
But also,
you don't even have to reiterate.
Let me say that
I'm just restating what you've already agreed.
Please don't let me go to the doctor and say that I suffer from dementia. So go ahead.
He will.
Patrice is fighting back.
You're doing 52 shows.
But 52 shows over the year, though, is what he's saying.
But
That's Thanksgiving you work. No, but I'm saying.
Dude, wait till you're 30 shows in. You're going to be like, what the fuck?
52
I'm
out of shit.
You know that we invent illnesses to get time off from this program.
You've agreed to pay out of your pocket all production expenses associated with the show.
Oh, you shouldn't have given that one up, Patrice. I didn't agree to that. You have to renegotiate that. I didn't agree to pay.
Patrice.
I agreed that the guys would get paid.
Yeah, but you not only agreed to it, you agreed to it twice. I heard it. Twice you agreed to it.
All right, go ahead.
Back that shit up.
Go ahead. The worst that can happen is it fall apart.
You know, when you brought up the fact that you want to plug your show on Friday night, I clearly articulated that is we as XM has to be compensated.
They have to be compensated.
So either you will do the show for free, or you will pay us the fair market value for such mentions included in that show.
You know, Elo, free is ridiculous.
I agree.
And I need an accounting of what spots are going for on this show, and we will work out a dollar figure for that and put that against what Patrice will be earning.
Let me ask you two. Let me ask you two. Anthony, thank you very much. Okay, now, what about times where I'm not performing on the weekend?
Then you don't mention it, and then you don't have to reimburse us for that.
And then, so if I don't mention it, I don't.
And we still expect you to be here when Jimmy's not here, sitting in that seat for free. How about that? How about that?
Oxy's coming out my ass.
How about that?
And then,
he's walking
customary,
on the. Wait, he's just walked out on the negotiation. I'm going to call a Jew right now, nigga. How about that? Negotiations is over. I'm going to shit.
He's going to the Jew phone.
He's out.
Well, also, and the one last thing.
He just left.
Before we hang up, well, you got to remember that it's customary that we have control of your image and marketing rights that we can use, and you can't use them without the express written permission of XM. That's very standard with all of our deals, too.
There you go.
You'll be hearing from somebody with the last name of Witz.
Or Stein.
Or Stein.
Enough about Patrice, so it's about us today. What's going on in Washington as far as, the thing?
Oh, you got me with that one.
Let's do it!
The Opie and Anthony Show.
For the love of humanity, what did the guy do wrong? He took a goddamn job. It seemed like a good idea. And the guy didn't do well to him. And like, oh my God.
What is going on here?
No, it is wow, Danny, it looks right on you. Holy shit.
Why are you doing your Charlie Chaplin impression today?
Oh, is that Charlie Chaplin? Why? Who do I think it is?
Who says it has to be the big guy? I'm saying it's a Charlie Chaplin.
It was mustache day.
What you call
today.
him? The big guy?
The big guy.
The big guy.
By the way,
the big guy. You got a nickname.
We didn't even wish him a happy birthday yesterday. I'm just getting looks of dismay.
He's talking about Phil, who emailed. It was a whole thing, and we forgot to mention this.
Well, that is really something.
It actually looks good. That's too bad he fucking fucked up that mustache.
It's almost, it works with Danny in a weird way. It
looks cool.
It's almost like a Clark Gable look.
He fucked it up for everybody.
He fucked that up because that really kind of fits him in a weird way.
People grow. There's a lot of people that grow facial hair because they're trying to make their face a little better. What if that's the only thing that makes your face better? And that guy took that move out of the game.
Like you have a weird mole or a funny cleft,
right?
And all you just want is enough to just cover up
but not the corners of your mouth. Well, it has been Mustache Day. Unfortunately, we couldn't play along, Opie, because of the press and everything. We don't want to sit in front of them with wacky mustaches. So,
speaking of the press, right after the show, right outside the studio. It's going to be unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Got a mic on the street and everything. Let's check in to see what's going on with the press outside the studio.
Sounds, wow. How are we going to deal with that?
I don't know.
Going to need Poe to escort us through the crowd.
Yeah.
Mustache Day.
He looks sexy. He looks like a silent film villain.
Right. Yeah, like silent film. It worked. I don't know how a Hitler mustache works for you, Danny, but it really does.
Well, I guess that's a compliment in some way.
You should keep it, and you should. It's a little. You should. But he should like just shape it up a little, make it look, 2006 shaped up.
How do you futurize the Hitler mustache?
And I gotta tell you, Travis didn't want to. He did not want to.
You didn't want to commit. You're a little too far.
He didn't want to commit to the style.
Yeah, you could have gone closer to the nostrils. No. It's supposed to be pretty much equal with the edges of your nostrils.
What a
yeah.
surprise, Travis.
Hey, where's,
I don't know.
Where's Jim Norton?
Yeah, not committing to it. You are really just wishy-washy.
So we couldn't give up on it because after we knew the bit was kind of dead, we had already been growing out our awful beards for like a week and a half, so we figured we'd just run with it.
Yeah.
No, we'll throw it up on the website, and we'll join Mustache Day ourselves in the very near future.
I like it, huh?
It's really kind of
it doesn't bother
alarming
me.
how it fits you.
You know why? Because it's kind of suave, but the big guy's mustache was completely
wait a minute.
square.
You kind of tapered. You gave the edges almost a wing, like a delta wing kind of.
Both guys were scared to
that
completely commit.
That could be the way to update that look and bring
That's
that mustache
what I'm
back.
saying, is to,
You're right, Patrice.
Is to triangle it up a
Give
little
it an
bit.
angle. It's a trapezoid.
Yes.
You gave it more of a trapezoid than a rectangle.
Hitler's was completely
rectangular,
like square, like a rectangle on his face. Yours is going down in the mustache way. If you trimmed it up, it would be like I said, a Clark Cable kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't shooting for that. I really did try to make this as offensive as possible.
We'll test it at the synagogue.
Ooh.
On our first day. No, I guess we won't.
I'm saying that I have the Spacely Sprockets mustache.
That's it. Well, I don't think that'll be on the old Photoshop later on today. All right, we should.
Yeah,
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, Travis said, "Let's go shave," and I concurred.
All right, go shave. There go the guys. I don't know. Let's go to the phone and say hi to Bruce in Arkansas. Bruce, what's up today?
Well,
yeah, today I learned that Anthony Arafat was a refrigerator repairman yesterday, and Sean Hannity doesn't understand Mustache Day.
There you go. Hey, yeah, we did learn that. Ben Stein is asking Patrice a question. Whatever.
Ben Stein.
Well, there's Ben Stein, and then there's Ben's Raw Ass, who just said Ben Stein. So, Ben's Raw Ass, why don't we start with you? Go ahead.
All right. Today I learned that Anthony's hair is commonly referred to as mattress stuffing.
Commonly or once today.
Once today.
Commonly referred to once ever.
He didn't say he was a good student.
No.
Misquoting. This business is the worst.
Stinks.
But that's what he learned.
Patrice always calls it mattress stuffing hair. No, I didn't. I just said that particular picture on the phone.
The first time you heard mattress stuffing hair was 1965 as a child growing up.
That's what he learned.
I never heard mattress stuffing hair. But I've heard a lot of other things, believe me.
When we give him the pop quiz, he's going to get an F, but that's what he thought he learned.
Commonly known. That's one of the news things that they use.
I know.
This one is commonly known as, because you said it tonight. You're a liar.
Ben Stein, what's up?
Good morning. Are you, Patrice O'Neill, are you trying to Jew Elo down?
Wow, is that a bad Ben Stein impression?
Is he?
I know.
Yeah, he's trying to do.
Oof. Let's go to David from Virginia Beach. David.
Yeah, I wanted to play what I learned today.
Yeah.
I learned that after Thanksgiving, I'm going to be able to listen to Patrice. Punch it out, boys.
Yes.
Patrice will be working while I'll be eating.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Well, fellas,
I even got to apologize for that one.
I just want to say.
I'm sorry.
I just want to do my last. Hey, how you guys doing? Everything all right? Because when this music stops, people are out of here, just like Pac-Man. You know what this show is like? During the show, it's like you ate all the ghosts of blue, and we're chasing the ghost.
Right.
Afterwards, after the fucking music, we're back to Pac-Man, getting out of the escape hatches on the side.
Eating the dots down 57th Street.
All eye contact stops. Well, that was fun. We start talking in our real voices and everything. Well, that was fun.
Fuck you, Inky Dinky and whatever the fuck.
Hey, Ant, man, I really love your Schwarzenegger impression. Really, motherfucker? Well, see you next month when I do it again.
That's great. Where's the fucking elevator? What, am I got to stand and talk to this guy?
Let's go to Ben. Another Ben. Ben, what did you learn on the show today? It's Ben Day.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
I learned that 4 Jews beats a full house.
Yes.
There you go.
We did, and Howie cards.
Terrence.
Yeah, this is Terrence. I learned today that Patrice knows how to bend over in front of Eric Logan and take it up the ass.
Well, you know what? I can't even lie about that.
Jared in Boston.
Hey, I learned that you can be racist, but don't be mean. Hunting out.
Let's go to Steve in New York. Steve?
Yeah, today I learned that Howard just don't care.
Yeah, we're going to see how much he doesn't care in the coming weeks. Thank you, Steve.
Wow, you actually went off the script with Steve
I'm sorry.
taking that call.
I was feeling brave.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell? Hey, Patrice O'Neill, thanks very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Tomorrow night on this fine channel, 8 to 10.
Black Phillip, yes, sir.
Check it out. Love Advice.
It's a great show if you haven't checked it out yet. It really is. And
we'll see
all
you
questions answered
Monday.
Monday.